What do you mean? I haven't even shared this information with you and you already know it. We were literally just talking about how you know everything and now you know this.
Listen, I'm not sure who.
That's actually peak. I love that. GG's. GG's for knowing it before I've told you. That's like even more impressive. Oh, that is amazing. I love it. But yes, it is. It is. And I can recommend it so far, Esther. It's actually really comfortable and it's genuinely quite affordable for the for how nice the chair is. I was a little bit afraid that I was gonna feel like really cheap. But it's actually very comfortable. Start laughing here. It's amazing. I love this so much. What a great start to the stream. Oh, Ro thinks she's gonna game in a Yap stream. I mean, I have stories, but not that many stories. I didn't make a PowerPoint, okay, this time around. I feel like I have many stories, but well, maybe we'll see how much gaming I get done. I don't know. I can't make any promises. Who knows? No, I do genuinely want to game because I actually started working on the town square and now I want to continue. Also, how the hell is there a hype train? Hold on, I have to catch up. So thank you so much for the 22-month resub. I appreciate it. Please enjoy all your subby perks for a whole month. Noah, thank you so much for the 45-month resub. That is ridiculously long. Thank you so much. Also, please enjoy all your subby perks. And then Burb coming in hot with the 40-month resub as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, please do enjoy all of your subby perks. And then Joanna coming in with the 100 biddies. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Wrapping up that first level of the hype train. Thank you, thank you. Also, let me see who got first crew. Nuts, Hollow, Hopeful Weirdo, Faye, and Thomas. Congratulations. You guys are part of the cool crew. You guys are gonna manifest for me. You are now tasked with a heavy responsibility to manifest that the stream's not gonna crash. So do with that what you will.
Hi.
If it crashes, it's your responsibility. You did that. Also, Katie, thank you so much for the 30 months with your Prime as well. I appreciate it. And Thomas, what the heck? Thank you so much for the 19 months and also at freaking tier 3. That is above and beyond. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Excuse me, tasked. This is not a co-working stream anymore. No more tasks. Okay. Oh yeah, sorry. Ignore the Discord action. No, that's just my bot telling me that like I have the thing like Mix It Up will automatically write in a channel in Discord all the resubs and bits and stuff just in case like I ever miss anything or I need to like refer back to it. The problem with it is that if two people resub too quickly after each other, the Discord bot is like, I'm sorry, we cannot work that fast. We have like, you know, morals and reasons for whatever. I don't care. Like, so yeah, it's limited to 30 seconds, probably because the API of Discord is limited to 30 seconds, but that's, and then it gets posted in chat and I can't turn it off. I'm like, I don't care. Like if you miss it, like it's fine. It's more like a backup. So if it works like 90% of the time, that's good enough for me. So yeah, you can just ignore that message. I should probably just add that like to the blocked terms. I don't know if you add things to blocked terms and then as the streamer, because obviously it's using my own account, you still post it. I wonder if Twitch deletes it or if Twitch is like, nah, you're the streamer. You get to do everything you want. Because technically, if I were to type like by viewers, I think that would, yeah, no, I can still post it. That should have been blocked. We actually had that earlier today. Seribot actually banned an account with like the split second they started chatting because they were like promoting free viewers or something. I haven't had that in a really long time. See, for Noah, it's held. It's blocked by Automod. Cuckoo, what the heck? Thank you so much for the freaking 10 gifted. That is incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To everyone who just got gifted a sub, I hope you guys all enjoy all of your subby perks for a whole month, courtesy of Cuckoo. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that a ton. What the heck? That is really kind. Thank you so much for getting that hype train to like zoom to level 5. It just passed level 4. It just was like, you know what? We don't do level. Yeah, it doesn't work, Sananor. Held by Automod for block terms on the channel. So that works. Also, I love that when you say good bot, Sari is like, okay, I'll take the compliment, even if it wasn't referring to specifically Sari. I mean, in this case, it was because Sari blocked, but like anytime you'll say good bot, Sari is like, okay, I'll take it. Exactly. Who needs level 1 to 4? Also, thank you so much for the biddy certifiable panda. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. That is very kind. It reacts. I know, Jess. I love Sari bot so much. Like, it is one of those bots that, apart from being genuinely insanely useful, like, I have had 0 issues with, like, hate rates, bot rates, anything since I've had Sari on the channel. It does a wonderful job at removing anyone you don't want in your stream. Abby, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming over. I appreciate it. How was your stream? I hope you had a lovely, lovely stream. I see you're playing some Fields of Mystria. I hope that was amazing today. Thank you so much for coming over. I appreciate that a ton. For anyone who's new here, welcome in. My name is Rosanna or Ro. Oh my goodness. Double raid. Hello. Hello. What is going on? Chloe, thank you so much. I appreciate it. What the heck? Thank you, thank you, thank you to both of you. Well, first and foremost, anyone from my side, make sure to go follow both Lethal Jesus. It's weird to say your entire username, but it is easier in terms of referring to you so people know who to follow. And Squiz Abby. Thank you so much, both of you, for the raid. I appreciate that a ton. And for anyone who's new here, I was just about to introduce myself, so what a great timing. My name is Rosanna, or Ro. I use she, her pronouns, and on the channel we do co-working, gaming, and a sprinkle of IRL. Today we're doing some gaming, potentially, most likely. That's the plan, at least. But also, this is my first proper stream back. I did a co-working stream, but obviously on a co-working stream, you can't really talk as much. This is my first proper yappy stream after my holiday. I was away for 12 days, which doesn't sound like a lot, but a lot has happened. So we're first going to catch up a little bit, and then we're going to play some Minecraft. I'm going to play my Forever World, where we're working on a town square build. If you guys want to hang out, you're very welcome to do so, but if you need to raid and run, raid and rest, also, please make sure to do so. We always say here, self-care is very sexy, so please make sure to practice it. Had a great stream, got into summer in Mystria for the first time. Let's go. I have yet to play Fields of Mystria. I've heard really good things about it, though. From, like, people that also have, like, really similar interests in games that we play. So I feel like in that sense, if those people like it, I probably will like it too. So I might give it a try at one point. Also, thank you so much for that big shout out. I appreciate it. Exactly. Yap with a side of games. Also, Aki, thank you so much for the self-care check. Let me take a sip. I saw that the full release is in a couple of weeks, so I kind of figured the same. I was like, I'll probably just wait until it fully comes out, and then I'll get it at one point. Sometimes I like to wait for like a Steam sale or something like that, or sometimes games also reach out if they can send me a code, and then I basically just add it to my Steam library to play at one point whenever I feel up for it. So yeah, it's one of those things where I like to have a big Steam library with choice, which also means that I'm very often overwhelmed with what to play. But at the same time, it allows me to, like, if one game doesn't fit my taste of the day, I can just swap. Been loving Minecraft streams lately, so had to drop in. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you. I'm also so happy with, like, the Minecraft streams and stuff. It's just, I don't know, this passion project is really turning into something that I love to return to, which it's been a while since I've had something that is like a consistent factor in my streams. Like, I have many things, like the Not So Berry challenge for a while was that too, but then I don't know, I kind of got burnt out on the heavy storytelling, which I still love to do, but I don't want to do it every single day, which I did for a while. There was like a lot of Not So Berry all the time, but I feel like it's nice to have things that like new projects, like new games and stuff, but also being able to return to something that kind of just, you can hop on it anytime and there's always something to do. Yes, of course, enjoy dinner, and thank you so much again for the raid. I appreciate that a ton, and thank you guys so much for the hype train as well. I appreciate that a ton too. You guys are so kind. Thank you. Also, I have to, before we get into the holiday stories, I was just thinking of this because we were talking about Minecraft stuff. I actually have a really funny story of something that happened like yesterday evening. So I've been following this particular YouTuber for quite a while. they made a Minecraft SMP with friends, I think 6 months ago. I talked about it. I actually like shared their video on stream. I think Thomas, you specifically watched it. It was from Iba. I don't know if you remember, but maybe it's longer ago. Maybe it's like a year ago. I don't exactly know my timelines at this point anymore. But ever since, I've been following her YouTube channel and really love her vibe. She has like really great humor. I feel like, I don't know, I was vibing with her content. Yesterday, she posted a video on how she got burnt out on Minecraft, and she was like trying a lot of other games, but on YouTube, the algorithm was kind of working against her. So she decided to start streaming instead. Like, she was kind of like, I'm gonna take a break from YouTube for now because it's like too heavy of a work, like to edit videos and to come up with concepts if it continuously falls flat. So like for her, it was kind of like she was burnt out on Minecraft and she used other games as a distraction, which for me is like kind of reversed. I got burnt out on a lot of other games like Stillgrove Valley or The Sims for a while. And then I was like, oh, let me use Minecraft sort of as my escape. So it's kind of the reverse situation. But she posted that she was going to stream on Twitch. So I commented. I was like, hey, I actually am one of those people that subscribed from that one particular Minecraft video, but I really love all your other content as well. And I think your vibe's going to do great on stream. Like, she's someone who already naturally, even in YouTube videos, interacts with the audience. She's really good at breaking that fourth wall. So I was like, I think you're going to be a natural at streaming. And then she responded. She was like, I gagged when I saw this comment because I've been following you on your socials for a while. And I'm like,
so happy to
I totally forget sometimes that people like know
have a great stream.
My name. It was really weird because I commented very much from like my viewer perspective. Obviously, I commented with my public account. Like, I commented with my rosannatxt account. Totally not realizing that that could have potentially be recognizable. And I was like, oh my God. But it was really sweet. It was very cute. And I actually watched her first stream today. I went to say hi and it was really cute. It was very fun seeing her on stream, and she's actually doing a really slay job, as I expected. So that was a random story that I just wanted to share because I thought it was very funny. Also, Jess, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. It is very nice to have you. Thank you so much for coming from the legendary woman shelf. I totally forgot that was happening. Who are we talking about? Ain't Iba. Hold on. I'll do it like this because they're still live. It's their first stream. So like, I don't want to scare them with a shout out, but we'll do a small shout out so they don't get a notification in their dashboard, but you guys can still see it. Also, I heard those resubs also earlier during the raids from Matthias. I'm going to get to it in a second. Hold on. Did I type that correctly? Yes. They're currently playing Pal World. Not going over and shouting. I mean, you can go over and gently say hi. But I don't want to scare them on their first stream. You know? But also, they're really fun. Like, I genuinely enjoy their content, and their first stream was already great. I hung out for like 45 minutes after my stream. I was trying to like fix my graphics card, and I was like, this is perfect. I have company now.
Hey.
Also, let me get to those resubs. Hold on. Matthias, thank you so much for the 33-month resub. I appreciate that a ton. Please enjoy all your subby perks for a whole month more. Then we have Sage. Thank you so much for the 14 months as well. Holy butts, that is a long time. Thank you. And then we have M with the 34 months. Also absolutely wild. Thank you so much. Please enjoy all your subby perks as well. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. I appreciate all the resubs. Today's been actually bonkers with resubs. I don't think I've ever taken a break from the first of the month onwards, but usually like I have a lot of like subs and resubs at the beginning of the month and at the end of the month. Weirdly enough, the phase in between is like somewhere between day like 10 and 18. I don't have a lot of resubs. Like, you can actually see this in my Twitch dashboard. It's really funny. If you just look at the subs, it literally goes like this. I don't know why that is. I guess it's probably related to when people have payday and stuff like that. But it's very fun to see like that sort of curve in it. But then obviously if you take the beginning of the month off, you're gonna have so many more resubs add up. Whereas I think I've usually taken time off somewhere in the middle of the month. You have payday on the 12th. That's an interesting day to have payday. I don't think I've ever heard anyone. Usually it's more towards the end or the beginning of the month. But kind of dead smack in the middle of the month is not too bad either. I mean, let's be real. Payday in general is not too bad. Wait, you get paid twice a month, Amelie? We'll see, Esther. It kind of depends on how much time we need for the storytelling. 2 different jobs. That makes a lot of sense then. Yours is on the 23rd. I think 23rd is relatively normal. I feel like I know a lot of people that have it somewhere like 22nd, 23rd, something like that. In Mexico, it's common to have 2 paydays. Really? Do you like that or not? I feel like I would probably be kind of bad at money management if I got my money because for me, I send out all my invoices and then it comes in on my business account, but I still pay myself once a month. And then once a month, I put aside all the money I need for my bills and stuff. Like that way I can really like neatly organize my money flow, because otherwise I might accidentally spend money that I need for other things. In the US, you had 4 paydays? Like weekly? Almost, sort of? That's wild. I would suck really bad at money management if I had that, I think. Your boyfriend has it on the 15th. That's also, yeah, that's nice. Like it's close together. Then you can also sort of target your money flow around that, right? Same Riri. I used to have that at Top Desk. It was the 20th. And then, except when the 20th was on weekends, then it would be before. Which usually companies do it after, but I guess Top Desk was nice. Here's every 2 weeks. Interesting. I don't think I ever fully like thought about it for obvious reasons, because you mostly think about your own payment cycle where you live and like your own money. But I didn't realize it was so common to have like either weekly or twice a month. Weekly was very good with your ADHD brain. Wait, really? That was good? Interesting. For me, that would be the opposite. But I mean, it's nice that they had it. Americans saying that Europeans must be really good at money management because they only get paid once a month. I guess, yeah, maybe that is true. That's maybe why I would struggle, is because I got really good at the system that I already have. So if I get paid like weekly, I don't know. But I guess that's also something that I realized is not super common everywhere. I don't exactly know where it is common or uncommon, but it's just I've talked to like multiple people and not everyone is like, oh, we have that too. For me, a lot of my bills are automatic. Like, this is something that at least in the Netherlands is really common. That if you have like a subscription or like even my rent, all of it is just automated. So I have one account, like a bank account, and every single month I put the exact amount that I need. Like when I have my payday, the day after, I put the exact amount I need for my bills. And then I don't look at it for the entire month. Like all my bills are paid automatically. Except for one, which is my insurance, because the amount changes every month based on how many work days there are in a month. But it's like, I didn't realize that is not common everywhere. Like there's a lot of places where people still get like either digitally or on paper a bill to pay. Also, Koki, thank you so much for the 46-month resub. Absolutely wild. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enjoy all your subby perks for a whole month more. Here you can pick if you want automatically, but yeah. I guess maybe here for some you can pick as well. I think I just always go for the automatic one because then I can't forget it. My husband gets paid once a month and is still bad at money management. I guess like completely unrelated to your payday. You can still be bad at money management. That is true. The amount changes. Yes. So every single month, this is my insurance for my arbeidsongeschiktheidsverzekering. And yes, that is in fact a Dutch word. And it is in fact a singular word. I'll repeat. Arbeidsongeschiktheidsverzekering. Which is basically the insurance that I have for if I ever get to a point where I can no longer work, either because I'm sick for longer than 3 days or because I get sick for a really long time and I cannot work for a really long time, or if I have like pregnancy leave. It's basically an insurance that pays all those things that your employer normally would pay for you in the Netherlands. But if you're self-employed, you have to get an insurance for that. And it's based on how many work days there are in a month. So if you have a month where like, for example, February was a great example because it only obviously had 28 days, but of those 28 days, the month started in like a really, I don't know how to explain it, but like the pacing of the month meant that there were less work days than in the month after. So in February, I only paid 385, but in March, I then ended up paying 428 for that insurance. And yes, that is every month. And yes, it makes me want to cry. It's ridiculously expensive, but not having it is a big risk. And from 2030 onwards, it's mandatory. So I might as well get it. It depends on when you start the job. Like, it's common to either start on the 1st or the 15th. Ah, that makes sense, Jess. I didn't realize that paychecks would line up with when you started, but that actually makes sense. I have heard of Moonlight Peaks. Yes, I've heard good things and bad things about it. I've heard people that are obsessed with it, and I've heard people that think the price is not fair for the amount of content. That's the biggest critique I've heard of it, which you can say about a lot of games. I've heard of it, but I personally don't plan on playing it anytime soon. Oh, yes, thank you, Nuts, for putting it in chat. Arbeidsongeschiktheidsverzekering. Isn't that a great word? I know, Thomas. I know. She only had 4 left when I was lurking in her stream earlier. And she was like, I don't think we're gonna need all of them. It's a great word for hangman, yeah. I thought it was always mandatory. It wasn't, no. It is only becoming mandatory. I mean, your health insurance is mandatory, but this is a different insurance because I also pay 200 bucks a month on health insurance. So technically, every single month, I pay about somewhere between 600 and 650 in insurance. And that's actually excluding the insurance for my house and my inventory, which if you add that to it, I think I probably pay like 700 every month in insurance. Isn't that great? I love it. But to be fair, my inventory insurance is also quite high because, you know, let's say we used to have a car, Riri. We actually got rid of it for the reason that we didn't use it enough in comparison to how expensive the insurance was. But there was a while where we paid like almost 1,000 in insurance. It was ridiculous. Also, Star Powered Hero, thank you so much for the 9 months. That is a Twitch, baby. Let's freaking go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enter all of your subby perks for a whole month more. Thank you, thank you. Yes, that is correct, Jess. That is correct. It's basically an insurance that you get in case something happens that prevents you from working. Depending on which insurance you get, that includes temporary sickness and or pregnancy leave. But not all of them have that. But considering that I'm disabled, I am forced to go for the most expensive one because the cheaper ones or like the privatized ones don't take you. They're just literally like, no, you're too big of a risk. The chances of you actually getting sick and us needing to pay are too high. So the only option I have for this specific insurance, which mind you is going to be mandatory very soon, is for me to insure it through the government or one of the organizations that are working for the government, which is called UWV. They obviously charge you the highest price because they get all the cases of people that are like high risk. So yeah. It's great. Yeah, I'm actually paying like the end boss of insurances. At the same time, the good part of that is if I ever get sick, like let's say I get a terrible flu and I can't stream or work for an entire week, I can also request payment after 2 days. So I like still get paid for the days after. Like the first 2 days are at your own cost, but the days after you can still get paid. So that is actually something that I feel like is an upside in comparison to other insurances like that are cheaper, but they don't offer that. Or they don't include the pregnancy leave either, which I don't expect to use anytime soon, but still, it's nice to know that it's there, you know? It's nice to know that the option exists. Also, the ads are starting. That's what I'm missing. I'm like, there's something in my OBS. For the entire day, I've been looking at my OBS. I'm like, there's something that's missing. I am missing my ad overview in my OBS. Hold on. I go fix that, and then we yap about my holiday. When the ads are done, because I have story time. It's actually, like, some of the story time is low-key kind of crazy. Like, you, in no way you are gonna expect the story time. Some of it is really good. Some of it is like, what the fuck, Ro? How? Ooh, let's go. I love getting money back. You got sushi. Enjoy your sushi. That sounds great. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna... Uh-oh. I had this earlier today that I was like clicking in my browser and it wasn't doing anything. There we go. That was just me. I was clicking wrong. That was my own fault this time, actually. But I just blamed the browser before anything else. Okay. I'm gonna do this docs, and then I'm gonna do a custom browser doc, and I'm gonna apply. Ads, apply. Oh, then I have to log into Twitch. Okay, I can do that. Let's log in. Let's use this. And then I have to verify that it's actually me. Because otherwise Twitch is like, who is this person? Trying to log into this random OBS that we are already logged into, but okay. Okay, I got my ads timer back. I can put it back there. I can close that. I can do that. Hold on. Does this work? Okay. I mean, the ads thing is not perfectly working, but it's working close enough. At least I can see my ads again. That's a great start. Okay. So, are you guys ready for our holiday yaps? How often during your break I started my PC and opened your channel by muscle memory, only to realize, oops, yeah, not today. That's actually really sweet. That's really, really sweet. Basically every day for the first week. I mean, I kind of get that. I think if I hadn't actually been away from my house, I probably would have had muscle memory to open Twitch as well. Oh my god, go get applesauce. You should. Every time Rose celebrates or has a long stream, I have sushi as a celebration, as you should. I love that for you. That is such a good tradition. Never break it. Never break it. Okay, so let's start with the holiday yaps. We're gonna start with a really cute photo that I took. This is like my office window from the outside. Because when I was packing on the Wednesday, I was packing for ELSWHERE, for the festival. We had all of our windows and doors open because it had been, or was still, very warm, right? So we were just trying to get fresh air in because we were carrying stuff. It was warm. You know, we just wanted some literal, like, airflow in the house. So at one point, I'm walking in front of my house with all of my stuff. I look up to my office window and this is what I see. And it was just really cute. She was just chilling in the window and she was just looking outside. And I just had to show you. Not super related to my holiday, but this photo just made me happy. And it was really cute. And I also laughed at it because the way she's like judgmental for me packing. She's like, human? You're gonna leave me again? How dare you? So I thought this was cute. So I had to show you. And then, now it's actually time for story time, proper story time. On Wednesday, I recorded the pack legacy in the morning. Then I started packing, grabbed all the stuff, prepared all the things, wrote like instructions for my sister to cat sit, you know, all the good stuff. So around 8, p.m. after dinner, Scott and I say to each other, you know what? I think we're done packing. Shall we put all the stuff in the car? Because we were thinking, you know, then it's going to be done and we can chill for the rest of the evening. So we go downstairs. We like walk up and down a couple of times with all of the stuff because we had a lot of stuff, because obviously camping involves a lot of gear. Car is packed. It's around 9 p.m. at this point. So we look at our watch and we go, oh my God, this is so nice. We're like fully packed and ready to go. We were supposed to leave on Thursday morning around 7 a.m. in the morning, right? So I always say 7 a.m. in the morning. That's so double. Around 7 a.m. So really early. So we looked at our watch. We were like 9 p.m. Lovely. We can like read a little bit. We can chill. And then we go to sleep. And then at 6, we wake up. And at 7, we start driving. So we walk upstairs. Scott walks into the kitchen to grab a glass of water. Toot is on the chair, like on one of the dining chairs. She jumps off. And she starts meowing. But like not in a hi human, look at me, I want attention kind of way. I don't think I've ever heard a more desperate meow coming out of a cat. She was like, help. That was what it sounded like. But then like in cat meow. She started walking and I was like, what is going on? Like it was very obvious something was wrong. But initially I didn't see what. Like I just clocked something was wrong. I was like, something's not working, literally. So she walks from the kitchen to the living room, which is, I don't know, 5 meters, 6 meters. She is walking as if she had downed an entire bottle of vodka. I'm not joking. She couldn't stand. Like the back of her body would just sway left and right. It was insane. Like I've never ever seen anything like it. So obviously I'm immediately like, this is not good. This is really not good. So we start Googling because that's what you do. In the meantime, we see Toot just struggling to eat. She is like trying to eat. We have like one of those play boards where we put like her food in it and then she has to sort of like play with it to get it out of there to eat it. She couldn't even sit. Like she was sitting, and even as she was sitting, she was like leaning. You know when you're drunk? I don't know if you guys know the feeling, but if you're drunk and you're literally sitting still, your world still feels like it's tilting. That was what it looked like. So we Googled, and basically Google was like, this can mean anything from an inner ear infection that is like disturbing their balancing organ, like in their inner ear, or it can be like an internal brain bleed and they might die. And everything in between. And I was like, okay, that fucking sucks. That's like not great. One of the things that Scott actually found was that if you give them a deworming tablet, they can have this from a deworming tablet. It could be one of the side effects. Well, let it be that actually on that day, I had given them their deworming tablets. Like, well, I was at that point, Thomas, I was like so fucking stressed. Like, I was like, she's gonna die. I genuinely was like, this is it. Because I am like genuinely traumatized like that, because my previous cat did in fact have the most random symptoms. She was drooling. That was all she had. She was happy. She was eating. She was perfectly fine. She was drooling. Turned out she had super aggressive bone cancer, and I had to like put her down within 2 days. So for me, a cat that has like any weird thing, I'm like, immediately I'm like, this is it. I'm like, my mind immediately goes there, like, there we are again. It's done. So at this point, I was panicking, but I tried to stay calm, which sort of worked, but not really. I was panicking. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna call the vet. But obviously this is 9 p.m., so the vet is closed, which means that you have to call the emergency veterinarian hospital, which we did. And the vet was like, well, this doesn't sound super great, so I can recommend that you actually stop by. At that point, we hadn't even told the vet that we were leaving or planning on leaving the next morning. So the vet was like, I think it is actually better if you don't wait until tomorrow morning. If a vet tells you that, that's not great to hear. Because just like human doctors, generally speaking, if something can wait until the morning, until like the regular vet clinic is open again, they will advise you to wait. Simply because one, it saves a ridiculous amount of cost, and two, they are trying to save the space that they have in their hospital for like actual emergencies. So they don't want to see any animal that isn't like in an actual emergency. So the fact that the vet immediately was like, yeah, I would suggest you come by, not great. Stressed me out even more. So at this point, I'm like freaking out. The vet goes like, so the first spot we have is tonight at 1 a.m. I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to take it then. Like, I'm not going to wait. If you say that I should stop by, I'm going to stop by. But yes, a.m. 1 a.m. middle of the night. This hospital is open 24/7. So we were kind of like, okay, thank God we already have a car. Like, we rented a car to go to the festival. So we were like, okay, let's unpack the car, because we just packed the car with all our camping gear, but we needed to unpack it so there was enough place to actually put the cat carrier and have 2 humans in the car. And then the long wait began, because obviously this was like, we concluded all of this somewhere around 9:30, and we had to stay awake until like 12:30 to drive the car and then go to the vet, right? So that was a struggle. In this time, I was going over all the scenarios. I was like, okay, so if we go to the vet and it turns out to be just a deworming tablet and it's nothing, then we're just gonna go to the festival. If it turns out she has something else and she needs medicine, then I'm like, okay, can I trust my sister with the medicine? Or not trust, more like, is she okay with it? Like, does she feel comfortable giving a cat medicine, because she's never done that before? So I'm like trying to call my sister, but my sister's working, so she's not picking up. So then I'm like, okay, but if my sister isn't comfortable with this, then I need backup. So I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, this is a situation. My parents never, well, I mean, they leave the house. It's not like they never go outside, but like, my parents very rarely are away. Like, they do stuff during the day, but they are always home. Let it somehow this weekend, they are away. Like, that particular week. So I'm like, Mom, can you be the backup? And she's like, well, not really, because I'm actually in a different city in a hotel. And I'm like, fuck. So I'm like trying to puzzle all the scenarios together. I'm like stressed, everything. Eventually, we've had our coffee. We're like, okay, we've had caffeine. I've messaged friends and stuff. Like, everyone's aware of the situation. In the meantime, by the way, our power went out. I don't know what it is. They always say that bad luck comes in 3s. Well, I think in this case, that's very true. So bad luck number 2 was that the power went out for some completely unknown reason. We still don't know how it happened or why it happened. We were just sitting in the dark out of nowhere. We eventually managed to fix it before we had to leave, thank God, because trying to find your cat in the dark to put them in a carrier, not great. So we load up in the car, we start driving. As we are on our way to this veterinarian hospital, which is not in the city, it's like outside of the city. It's in a neighboring city or in a neighboring village, in Barendrecht, for anyone who's curious. We had to drive there. And as we're driving, like I think we're about 2 kilometers out, we run into firefighters and police. And they're like, I'm sorry, we cannot let you pass. And we're like, okay, but we're in the car with a cat who has like a medical emergency and we need to go here. And they were like, yeah, sorry, we can't let you pass. You have to drive around. So at this point, I'm like, okay, we still have time. Like, we left the house on time, so thank God. They were like, if you just take a right here and then take a right again, you can basically drive around where we currently are, and then you should be fine. So we do that, and we do that again, and we end up further out, again, being stopped by firefighters and police. Different incident. Less than a kilometer apart. Different, literally, how? What do you mean? At this point, we were late for our appointment. So I call the hospital. I'm like, I'm sorry. We're on our way, but I don't know how we're going to get there. So we had to take a huge detour which ended up costing us like, it was only 15 minutes. It wasn't too bad, but holy shit, it was stressful. Because also normally in the car, Toot is like screaming. Yeah, it was a different incident. It wasn't the same thing. Toot was screaming at the top of her lungs, or she normally does that in the car, but this time around she was completely dead quiet. And that worried me so much as well. So then we arrive in this hospital, and they're like, the weird thing is when I called, they were like, oh yeah, I explained to them that she was like walking weirdly and that she was like wobbly and stuff. We come in and they go, is that the cat with the breathing problems? And I'm like, that's not what I said on the phone. But technically it's not incorrect because obviously, I mean, I think I told you guys on stream like before my holiday that she was having a cold and that sometimes she was like sneezing and coughing a little bit. Before, like initially her like TMI, sorry, the slime from her nose was like clear, but apparently, and I had missed this, it turned to like not clear, which means that they have an infection, which I had just completely missed somehow. Even though I thought I was like looking out for it, I just hadn't seen it. But I was like, yes, kind of like, what do you mean? And she just grabs the carrier out of my hand. She's like, I'll put them in an oxygen room, and then walks away with Toot and just leaves us. She's like, we're dealing with an emergency. We'll be with you in a second. And I'm like, okay. And then we just sat there and we waited for like 20 minutes, and then they did like an intake, and then we gave all the information, and they were like, is there a possibility that they've swallowed something? Because their tongue keeps sticking out of their mouth. And I was like, no, they just don't have any teeth. Which obviously they hadn't seen yet. That Toot has no teeth. But they were like, is there a possibility their tongue is swollen? And I was like, nope. Well, at least potentially yes, but no, not as far as I know. So it turns out Toot, in fact, had a viral infection. So she needed antibiotics and like a nose spray, sort of like to clean out her nose. So yeah, this is a great photo to illustrate. This was while we were waiting at 1:41 a.m. Eventually all was fine. The vet said that it was okay to leave her with my sister, and if my sister was okay with giving the antibiotics in her food, that it would all be fine. One of my friends was okay with being backup to take her to the vet if things did escalate, but holy shit. This was not what I expected when I said I was gonna go on a break. How huge was the bill? $350. Of which 50 was for the antibiotics and 300 was for the fact that we went to an emergency night hospital. Which sucks, but at the same time, I didn't even care. I was like, fine, I'll take whatever. Because like, you're not gonna not go to the vet. Because it could have been something really serious. So yeah. This was a crazy start. We ended up leaving for the festival a lot. Like I said, we were originally planning on going at like 7 a.m. But dude, do you want to tell the story? She is totally fine now, by the way. Louder and more obnoxious than ever. You know it's true. It is true. She's like, I feel so much better. Thank you, human. Now I'm gonna scream in your ear or scratch you in the middle of the night so that you leave me under your blanket. But yeah, that ended up being a crazy start. We ended up leaving around like noon instead of 7 a.m., which was fine. It was fine. Toot says no. Yeah, it was a tough start to the vacation. Toot is luckily better. I can tell you I would prefer not to do this again. Then we go to the festival. And obviously, like I said, we left later, right? So we arrived later. Our friends did, in fact, actually leave early in the morning. So they arrived at the camping at 11. We ended up arriving around 4. So, or like 3:30, something like that. So not too bad, actually, but still quite a lot later. They had been sitting in the scalding sun the entire day to keep our space, like, reserved, basically, because we were going to be there with 3 tents and a party tent. So we needed a little bit of space. Right before we arrive, literally like 2 minutes before we actually walk onto the campground, this dude from the organization that is like managing the disability camping walks over to my friends and goes, "I'm sorry, you guys are gonna have to move or scoot because we have a really big tent that needs to go here." And my friends are like, "Well, we also have 3 tents and a party tent. So like, we kind of need this space." And the dude was like, "Yeah, well, where are your friends then?" And that's like the moment that we came walking up. And he's like, "Yeah, you guys have to move or scoot." But at this point, that camping was like pretty full. So there was space for small tents to scatter, but there wasn't space for us as a group to stand together. So I'm like, well, we kind of stayed here the whole day to keep this place like for us because, you know, we also are at this camping that we paid for. And the whole reason I am here with a small tent instead of a big tent is because we were assuming that we would have outside space, because they were like, "Yeah, how about you just not do your party tent?" They're like, "How about you just have your small tent then?" And I was like, well, the whole reason I can be here with a small tent is because I was assuming that I would have an outdoor space to sit with a proper chair and table because I'm disabled too. And they're like, "Yeah, well, small tents can move, big tents cannot." And I was like, well, a big tent cannot move. Well, it can move because it's not here yet. So you can just decide to not put it here and then you move it. It's not that hard. This dude was so fucking rude to all of us. Like, he was just basically cutting us short and just didn't care. And then he was like, "No, we're gonna put up the tent here." And then we eventually ended up like sort of squishing in between the tents. It worked out in the end, but we had like a really shitty position. So I was pissed. Luckily, the guys that were like in the tent, in the big tent, they only asked for help. They weren't actually being rude. And afterwards they came to us and they were like, "We're so sorry. We didn't realize that the guy was going to be so pushy. We were just looking for a spot for our tent." And basically the moment we asked the question, they took it out of our hands and started like running. And then they were super rude to you guys and we didn't necessarily want that either. But obviously because the guy had helped them, they wanted to say thank you. So they offered him a beer. But he's not allowed to drink beer because he's technically working. He's on the clock. So he took off like his like cardigan thing. And then he still drank the beer. And I'm super petty, but I took a photo of him drinking the beer. And I think I'm going to make a formal complaint. I'm like, I'm just a petty person, but don't come and be like that rude to me because I will file an official complaint of you being a dick and then drinking beer on the clock. So yeah, that was not great. That was not another, like, I haven't filed the complaint yet, but I think I will. Because like, what do you mean? And then at one point I was kind of like, okay, you know what? Ableism happens at a disability camping. Fine. Okay, we move on. It's, you know, it's like over and done with. And then the day after, I go into the shower for disabled people because it's actually like a genuine struggle to go into one of those small showers and like change there and then change back again after you've showered and like do all those things. Like I'm not, that's just a physical intense struggle. So I prefer to use the disability showers where I have more space and also where you can sit in the shower. I walk up to one of those. Also, there's like 3 of them on the camping, right? All 3 are empty. I ask one of the people, I'm like, "Hey, can I go into the shower?" And they're like, yeah, go in. So I go in. I come out not even 5 minutes later because I didn't wash my hair. I just rinsed. Come out. And there's this Karen lady. I'm not joking. She was like the biggest Karen I've ever met. She was like, "I'm sorry. Next time that you want to shower, you have to use those showers." So I point at my wristband, like the wristband that like says that I have perks for disabled people. I'm like, "I'm sorry. I kind of need the shower too." Like I go like this. I'm like, you know, small misunderstanding, no problem, can happen, a little awkward. At that point, she would have been fine if she just said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, misunderstanding, you're all good." But no, she doubled down. She goes, Yeah, but I have all these people here in line that are like waiting, and now they're all gonna come complain to me. And I'm like, and that sounds like a you problem. Not really like a me problem. And then she's like, well, next time you have to check in with us before you go into the shower. And I'm like, I did. I asked someone and they said it was okay. And she was like, well, okay then. Well, and she like had nothing else to say apart from just look at me really judgmentally. And then I was like, okay, bye. And then I just walked away. It was really awkward and very annoying. That to me honestly felt like another complaint, but I didn't take a photo, so I don't know. I can't like tell them who it was. Also, this is perfect. I know, Lena, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. But yeah, so that was like the start. That was like all the annoying stuff. That was like all my weird story time. But then it was festival time and all was good because it was me and my besties in our gorilla t-shirts at ELSWHERE, and we just enjoyed a lot of music. It was really great. I absolutely loved it. I saw so many good concerts. I got to see Gorillaz, obviously, which was amazing. I mean, that was the concert that I was, I think, out of all, most looking forward to. It was... I did see Timbo, yes. I did see Timbo. Apparently we ran into each other multiple times, or Timbo ran into me multiple times, saw me multiple times, but we did actually say hi one of them. Also no way. Let's go, Bailey. I love it. Good raid train. I heard Timbo looks amazing in a crop top. I heard so too. But yeah, it was really good. Gorillaz was amazing. It was such a good concert. The vibe was really nice. I just had a great time. I danced. I sang at the top of my lungs. We also saw Franz Ferdinand, which was one of the biggest parties. I want to show you guys, but I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna have to do this, and I'm gonna have to find the video quickly. But I actually took a video of the tent because I was like, I want you guys to see what this is like. Hold on. It's loading. I did already unmute the browser though. Okay. You probably heard that. I need wavelength because let's actually mute the music for a second. There we go. Okay. Are you guys ready? Because I feel like this is really cool to see how many people actually fit in one of those tents. It's about 25,000 people. I remember I tried to tell you guys this before I went to the festival. And I was like, there's a lot of people, but I didn't have anything to show. And like, it doesn't, just the number doesn't tell the story well enough. Oh yeah, this is like 25,000 people in the tent. There was at least another couple thousand, maybe even like 4,000 or 5,000 outside of the tent partying because they didn't fit in the tent. So yeah. And then hold on, because I think I have another video that I can also show you. From Gorillaz. Which one? I don't exactly remember which ones I filmed. Oh yeah, this is good. This is a fun one. He was so drunk, by the way. It's actually ridiculous. I don't know how he performed. Drunk while at work, yeah. He initially came on. Oh, this is the main stage. This is not a tent. This is a full open stage. So yeah, the main stage fits about 90,000 people if everyone's watching the main stage. There's not an arena, no. The stage is just quite high up, so even if you're all the way in the back, you can still see it quite well. Not perfectly, but like well enough. I'm gonna quickly, like, to give you the same impression of what I just showed you. Hold on. This is from their show in 2018, so it's not the same show of the one that I was at this show as well, though. But there you can kind of see the crowd in the beginning. You can kind of see how big the stage is, I guess. And this is like maybe a quarter of the crowd, I think. Not even. Is there like a... Yeah, they're panning a little bit. But like this is all full of people. This stage is ginormous. Oh, tent. It looks more... Yeah, so the tents at ELSWHERE are technically just temporary buildings. I don't know if there's like a better shot where there's like better lighting because it's a bit dark here. But yeah. Oh, there you can see for like a very brief second. Why is this show so dark? I don't think I ever realized that. I've watched this show so many times. But yeah, it's low-key kind of crazy, the amount of people that are at the main stage. I have been all the way at the back a couple of times. It's busy, I can tell you. It's very, very busy, but it doesn't take away from the experience, at least not for me. Although for artists that I really want to see, I do like to stand in front because it's one of those things where even if you can see the stage pretty well all the way from the back, you don't experience the concert the same way. Like in the back, people are kind of just vibing and listening like a bit more casually. Whereas if you're in the front, you're gonna be with all the people that are gonna join in all the jumping. They're gonna sing along. They're gonna scream. They're gonna like clap and just be very excited. Whereas like further in the back, people can still be engaged with the concert, but just a lot more in a chill way. Oh, Hollow, I said no, there's not. It's just all flat. But the stage is quite high, so even if you're further out, you can still see it. I don't know if I know that I have been, like for The Cure, for example, I was quite far at the back. I can show you what that looks like because I took a video as well. Like here, I'm almost at the back of the 90,000 people. That's how big the stage is, by the way. You can be really far at the back and you can still sort of see it. But yeah, there's no raised areas or anything. That would be physically impossible because they basically need the entire festival terrain to be able to accommodate that many people. So if they would put structures, that would just not work, I think. I don't know if there's a... If I can find an aerial photo. Yeah. I guess this kind of shows it. No, not save the image. I just want to open it. This is what it looks like. So you have main stage. This is from a while ago, though. I don't think this is from a... This is from an older Werchter, I think. But then you have the first two front parts. You have the second two front parts. These you actually have to like get into. There's like gates, and at the end of every concert, they first leave people out and then they let new people in. And then basically all of this, it goes even further back here. is where the crowds is. But yeah, you can see the stage if you're tall enough to look a little bit over other people. But like with my height, I'm 173. I can generally see the stage, but it's tiny because you're very far away. So that's why they have these ginormous monitors, because you can actually watch it on the screen. But I would recommend, if you want to actually be able to see the stage, anything within the vicinity. This is the audio tent. This is where like the audio people are. Basically anything from the stage in this sort of square, you're good. You're fine. And you can quite easily get there, especially this area. You can easily get there even if the concert has already started for most of the acts. I would say only if you really want to be into these two front parts, you kind of need to be there really early. But the stage is quite high, so everywhere in this part, like you can easily see it. It's like fine. But yeah, it's like I said, they have that in the tents because that part of the venue can like accommodate it. They have a second tent which fits about 15,000 people. So you have like the barn, which is the biggest tent, that fits like 25,000, and then you have Club C, which fits about 15,000. This year, they also had a second open stage called the Nest, which I think fits maybe like 5,000 to 10,000, somewhere around that number. And then the main stage technically is supposed to support all 90,000 visitors, but I don't know if it ever happened. Like during The Cure, that was the only thing playing. So I'm assuming that at that point, most of the 90,000 people were actually there. Yeah, some people don't really... Like, for example, for me with The Cure, I didn't care to be close. Because I don't really care about The Cure. Like, I've seen them live 3 times now, and it was already not really my music to begin with, so I was fine watching it all the way from the back. Whereas for Gorillaz, I really wanted to be all the way in the front. So yeah. Another very random fun story, which is just something that I like to flex whenever I can. Every single time that I see Franz Ferdinand live, and that's been 7 times so far, but I started doing this, I think 3 or 4 times ago. Because at that time, Franz Ferdinand switched out their drummer to the now drummer, Audrey Tate, and I think she's super badass. I think she's so cool. So every single time that Franz Ferdinand performs, I make at least one story where I am basically fangirling over Audrey Tate and I tag her in it. And at this point, it's become like sort of like a weird tradition. I get a repost from her every single time. Like, she reposts it on her story and she likes my story. So this time around, I was like, let's see if I can do it again. And it happened again. I did it. I got another repost from Audrey Tate for at least the 3rd time. I think the 4th time in a row at this point. Which is like a very silly thing to flex, but I just think it's funny that like the drummer from such a big band is like actually watching people's stories that she gets tagged in. I think that's really sweet. And then, well, not really final update, but the final update I don't actually have a photo of. I don't have a photo of my kitchen. I painted my kitchen, which is one of the things that I've talked about doing like for all this time. I was like, when I have my time off, I'm gonna paint my kitchen. Did it, proceeded to not take a photo of my kitchen. So you're just gonna have to trust me. My kitchen is now also this color. Good thing is I have the color here, so I can be like, you know, my kitchen, well, it's now also this color. It's very nice, actually. It looks a little bit more like mocha coffee kind of vibes in the kitchen with the light there. It works really well. The kitchen looks very, like, peaceful now. But then I kind of made a little bit of an impulse decision, which I think is going to be a funny story that maybe you guys can relate to. So, we had a situation where I was setting up my new computer and I needed to put an Ethernet cable into the new PC. So I got an Ethernet cable. I wanted to put it in my modem. And then I realized I had no Ethernet slots in my modem left. So I was like, okay, which one can I easily take out? I was like, you know what? The Philips Hue bridge, it's not necessary during the day. So I took it out because I only have one Philips Hue light, okay? No, this is a fun situation, Thomas. This is actually hilarious. So I take out the Philips Hue bridge and I'm like, why actually do I have this entire stupid infrastructure for one light? I have one Philips Hue lamp, and you need the, like, for anyone who doesn't know how Philips Hue works, you basically need sort of a separate light modem that you plug into your main router or like modem thing, and then that will connect to all the lights in your house. Every single other like modern smart light just has Wi-Fi in the light and will just connect to your Wi-Fi. But no, not Philips Hue. They need something fancy. So I've been keeping this system alive for the past like 9 years for one light. Just our bedroom light. I used to use it as a wake-up light. Don't even do that anymore. We literally, the whole reason we wanted a smart light is so that when we're in bed, we can literally say, hey, Google, good night. And Google turns the light off. We're that lazy. I don't care. Then Google also proceeds to give us a weather update for the next day. It's very nice. So I had been keeping the stupid Philips Hue bridge literally for this reason. Then at one point I thought, you know what? This little fucker actually has a Govee light bulb in it. And when I ordered said Govee light bulb, it came in a packet of 2. So I checked and I was like, what a surprise. My Govee light bulb that I have that I, am not using, I can put that in our lamp in the bedroom because it's also an E14 screw. So I put it in. Mind you, the lamp that it was put in was a lamp that I once bought at a very cheap store. It used to have a Buddha sitting at the bottom. The Buddha got beheaded a long time ago because the lamp once fell and the head fell with it. So it was a headless Buddha on a cheap lamp that had been there for 9 years. Context is important because for some reason, all of a sudden, none of the reasons for me keeping that lamp made sense. So I tried to put in the light bulb from Govee. It didn't work. The screw was just a little bit too short to actually reach the part where it powers the lamp. So I was like, you know what? This is it. This lamp is out of the window. Well, not literally out of the window, but I'm going to throw this out. I'm going to order a new lamp that's going to look better. That's not going to have a beheaded Buddha on it. And it's just going to, we're going to add the Govee light bulb in it. It's going to be great. So I go to the IKEA website and I look for a lamp. I find a lamp. It's a very simple, nice table lamp. And I'm thinking, you know what I also wanted to order was a plant pot because one of the plants on my desk was in a bright red plant pot and it stood out on every photo and I hated it. So I was like, I want to get a nice white plant pot. So like, okay, lamp, plant pot. Somehow, this escalated into me. Well, let's just say that when I was paying, I ended up paying like 525 euros. I was just buying a lamp, okay? I was just buying a lamp. And somehow, I also bought a chair. And 2 plant pots. And 2 cabinets for the bedroom. And an extension to my bookcase. Valentine, thank you so much for the 11-month resub and also on tier 2. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enter all your subby perks for a whole month more. So yeah. Well, the thing is, I've actually been looking for a chair for a really long time. Like, for anyone who knows, I think a year ago, I started my search for a chair that I wanted in this room. And I mostly struggled with the fact that I wanted it to look like a comfy reading chair, but at the same time, it needed to fit because I don't have a lot of space in that corner. So like a big daybed or anything would have never fitted. But like a tiny chair would have looked really awkward. So yeah, I finally found the chair and then I was like, you know what? Why am I being difficult? I'm just gonna buy it. This is my moment. I have time to put it together. So yeah, and then obviously I needed more bookcase space because yeah. I bought a lot of books, so I was running out of space. So I added this tiny little 20 centimeter. Like, that's all it fit, because as you can see, this is the door. There's no way I could have added more bookcase space. This is the maximum. But it gave me so much extra space. So now I have a really nice reading chair. And a really nice bookcase with spots for more books. I know, Dina. I know. And I almost bought those too. But then I realized that I actually really like to have my plants on top of it. And if I get the extension at the top, I don't think my plants will fit anymore. And I would miss those. But maybe eventually if I really have to, because then it's going to be plants or books. I'm going to have to make a difficult decision in my life. But for now, this actually worked really well. I still have space for the new book from R.F. Kuang. I already saved the space here. This is all of her books together. I already have space for part 2 and part 3 of the Stormlight Archives. I know that's more books than just 3, but that's the first trilogy, so I can put that here. This is all my Twilight books, all my Divergent books, all my Fallen books. This is all my Dan Brown books, and also Project Hail Mary, because I felt like that deserved a spot in the middle. Exactly, Thomas. Like, what do you cannot expect that of me, to pick between my 2 favorite children. But yeah, that's what I did yesterday. Oh my god, speaking of amaze, hold on. So, my best friend and I finally watched Project Hail Mary. She read the book and she was like waiting so that we could actually watch it together. And then as a surprise gift for after the movie, I bought her a sticker. It says amaze. If you want to get it too, it's actually from a Dutch artist. I don't know if she has any left, but it's from Leonie Jonk, which I have multiple artworks of.
Since I've tuned in, but I'm happy to be back.
She hangs out in streams sometimes. You should absolutely check out her shop. She's awesome. She makes so much good art. She actually gave me the ribbon at TwitchCon that also had Rocky on it. And then she made stickers too, so I ordered them. Also, oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the 42-month resub. Thank you. What the heck? I appreciate that. But it's really good to see you again. I hope you're doing well. I know I had a custom nickname set up for you. But since I have a new PC, all my custom nicknames are gone. I'm also fine with just using your username. I just remember that I had something set up. But obviously my brain currently is not in the mood to remember what it was. Which is great. But please do let me know and I can reset it up for you. I literally just have a new PC as of this week. Caitlin, that was it. See, I knew. I was like, I remember, but I don't remember what, which sucks. But now I remember. I knew it. See, my memory is not completely abandoning me, just partially. Just partially, but hi, it is so good to see you. I hope you've been well. It's really, really nice to have you again. Yeah, we kind of need a command for Leonie. I agree with this statement.
Gardener role.
Hi, Tanisha. Welcome in. It is good to see you. I hope you're doing well. But yes, we should probably set up a command for Leonie. I do agree with this. But yeah. The one thing that I haven't really talked about is my PC just yet. Because I have photos of the new PC. And like the setup and the decoration. And I want to make a deal with you guys. I want to make a deal with you guys, but you guys are going to have to promise me something, okay? If I show you guys a teeny tiny little spoiler. Just a small one. Like a small spoiler. Do you promise to still interact with the content that I'm gonna make about it on like Instagram and stuff? Like, are you guys still gonna show love on the content so that, like, you know? No, well then I'm not gonna show. Then no. If that's your answer, then you don't get to see it. You have to close your eyes so that you're gonna still interact with my content later when it's on Instagram. Okay, I'm trying to find a good photo that has like a teeny tiny spoiler in it. Okay, I guess this one is fun because you kind of get the vibe that I'm going for, but you don't see one of the more prominent parts. This is like a small spoiler, okay? It's gonna be quick. You guys have to promise. You did! Let's go, Micah. Let's go. Okay. Very quick, okay? Ooh! Pretty! Look at that. For all the Dutchies, It's absolutely not Efteling Droomvlucht inspired. No, no. Whimsical. No. Nice one, Thomas. So the thing is, like I said, I'm still waiting on the fangirls that I ordered. They should be coming in somewhere this week. So once they are in, I'm going to take like final good photos, like, you know, proper, really good photos. I also made a video of me like installing all the decorations. I don't exactly know if the video is going to be super good though, but I'm going to try to edit it into a reel where I like do a proper PC decoration kind of like video thing. And then I'll also post photos of it, of course. So yeah, if you want to see more details and stuff, that is coming. Because in this photo that I just showed you, also the PC was off. It was just the sun was shining into the PC in like such a perfect way that I had to take a photo. But with all the lights and everything on, I'm gonna do like nice like video material and stuff. But yeah, you guys just got a little sneak peek. Oh my god, I should, Thomas. You're such a genius. And I should tag the Efteling in it. See if they'll repost it. I never knew. It kind of depends, Tanisha. Not every PC you can decorate safely inside. It depends on how much space you have, literally, like physically space in your PC. Because it shouldn't block any airflow. So in my case, I only add a decoration where it's not in the way of any of the fans, where it's not like clogging up the air. And more info with chair. I see what you did there, Thomas. But yes, I did get a new chair. I upgraded my reading chair. But yeah, basically, you can decorate it, but you have to be careful. There's like a couple of things you have to keep in mind. So I tried to decorate it in a way that wasn't like obstructing any of the airflow or cooling of the PC. And also it's not like touching any of the spots that can get really hot. Or like in some spaces it is touching a little bit, but like not to a degree where it can actually melt or anything. Because that's something to also keep in mind. Just to make sure, you know, that you like don't place anything on hot spots in your PC. Also, thank you so much for the self-care check. I actually need that. I was actually really thirsty. Holy shit. I started drinking. I was like, wait, let me drink some more. Also, it is almost break time. What I can do is I can quickly start up Minecraft and show you what I've done so far. It's very little. I just did a little bit during the break. And then when the like ad break is over, we can continue building. But we have like 5 minutes, so I can show you. How are the Thames doing in the Netherlands? Oh yeah, you're not in the Netherlands. Lol. For some reason, I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I forgot for a second. Still quite warm. How is it there? Is it still warm there too? I got so confused for a second. I was like, what do you mean? A little too much temping. Yeah, it is a little rough, isn't it? I agree. It is a little too much. Well, actually now I don't care as much because in the night it still cools down. So in the evening I just open my window and then this room cools down again, which means that during the day it will go up, but it isn't as bad. Like I feel like 2 weeks ago when it just didn't cool down, that was the worst. Also, let's see if my stream starts to lag. If we get encoding issues now that I have my new PC. I don't think so. I think we're good. CT scanner broke and the machine almost overheated. Oh fuck no, that's horrible. Currently it's raining. Oh, I love the smell of rain. That's so good. It's quite cold compared to the Netherlands, but also really sunny. So during the day, it's actually perfect. Oh, I love that. But yeah, if it gets chilly at night, like it's fine. You can put on a sweater or a jacket or something. But if it doesn't cool down, I feel like that's worse. Big fan in the basement and blow cooler. That's actually smart, Mayor. I like that way of thinking. If you have a basement, that's like big brain. To see when it cools down enough to open everything. Yeah. Every evening I look at the coast and see it's cool there. Before here, it is unfair, true. Rotterdam 24. Yeah, our windows are open as well. One rainy day. Let's go. Yeah, I was about to say for Scotland. That's amazing. Because, yeah, Scotland is known for its rain, together with other parts of the UK. It's not really warm. No, I mean, it gets warm during the day at like the peak of the day, like 28, 29, but it does cool down. And in the morning, it doesn't heat up super fast. Okay, also, I gotta show you guys something. Because as I was building, 2 cats actually spawned into my world. I'm not even joking. 2 cats spawned in at the same time. It was these 2 cats. I think my cats were trying to haunt me in game as well. They spawned in next to each other. So obviously I had to go get fish and tame them. So now we have a Toot and Soos living in our storage room and in our starter home in my bedroom. And then whenever we visit either place, we can just pretend that the cats moved with us. What did Mizuno do to the cats? Nothing. Do you think they look weird? They look fine. I mean, their tail looks a bit weird because that's the added animation mod. Like when cats walk, they have like an extra wiggly tail with the added animations. But don't you like them? I like them. I think they look cute. The orange looks abnormally large. They're the same size. The eyes on Toot. I think it's cute. I like Mizuno cats. But yeah, I now moved this cat because this cat was actually sitting somewhere else in my world. I moved it to this bed so that I have a cat to watch over me when I'm sleeping. And like I said, I actually started working on the dock area. I made a little design, which I'm pretty happy with actually. Like all of this is going to turn into stone, right? Also, hi Bia, welcome in. It's good to see you. This is now our main dock. I think I might actually extend this so it's a bit longer even, because it's not that long. As in, I think we can have a little bit more space. And then I made the wharf, the walkway. And I think I might also do I actually need you guys' opinion on this. Do we continue the wharf all around here? Or do we end it over here? What texture pack is this? This is Mizuno's. Mizuno Craft. If you do ! mod pack, you get an overview of everything I'm using in this world. Including download links. Or if you check the pinned message. We also pinned it above chat. But I actually don't know what I want to do. Whether I should be extending it and like... We can either extend it all the way around. We can add another dock here. Also, hi Simon, welcome in. It's good to see you. But I guess we're gonna have to end it at one point. We could end it here, maybe. Because I'm not gonna do it all the way around. I think that would look weird. But maybe we can continue it over here. Because that is also sort of like where the town square is gonna end. Because that will like go up until somewhere abouts here. And that's where we're gonna change into different pathing. So then probably okay, there's multiple people who are saying extending or continuing it. And then I think I want to do like a second dock over here. Because right now, if I want to go to like my own house, I always have to take the dock all the way over here. Which feels inefficient. If that makes any sense. So I think I'll extend this one a little bit. And then what I also would like to do is... I saw some designs of people that made like very simple fake boats that were kind of docked at the dock. Haha. I was actually kind of thinking of maybe extending this and then instead of adding the fence is like kind of adding those fake boats. So that it kind of looks like there's some boats permanently docked, like maybe like a small sailboat or something. And then I want to decorate this to have like benches and plants and maybe like some... something that just got off the boat, so we can add like maybe logs or something with sort of, what is it called? Rope or something. We can use like rails or something for that to kind of make it look like it just got loaded off of a boat. I think that could be kind of cool. And then up here, this will be the town square, obviously. But do you guys like my design? This is like the edge. This is where, you know, like the rain gutter. And then this is the fence, and this is the light post. I actually really like it. Also, I see that the app break has started. So, wait, the page didn't work. And I know why. That's because I didn't actually upload the sound. But yes, I saw. Thank you. I'll go in my iron farm. It's probably a great place. And then I'll talk to you guys in 5 minutes. Please make sure to stretch and hydrate, and I'll fix the page during the break. photo. Rosanna, Rosanna, take me all the way. That's a great page. I feel like what is going to be better than to catch my attention than a song that literally has my name in it. I've been playing the RL Craft mod. It's so difficult, but I'm loving it. I don't think I've heard of it. What does it do? Beam! I still love yours, Esther. It's so pretty. Okay, hold on. I was gonna check if I still... Okay, I still have some spruce slabs, but definitely not enough. So let's actually get some more sprucies. If we're gonna extend it all the way around, then I'm 100% gonna need more. Ping you where? If you type !page in chat, Lena, it pages me. Like, it plays a sound on my speakers that only I can hear. So if you ever, like, need my... Do you guys hear this? Because I think you guys hear it. Or not. I don't think you hear it. Now it plays twice. I don't think you guys can hear it, actually. I thought for a second you could, but then I realized that's just Minecraft sounds. A bunch of mods, including some huge mobs, including dragons. Oh my goodness. And you've got a huge lion as mount, right? That's actually low-key really cool. It only works for mods. I did actually think about that. But I love the power. Lena is like, yes, I can be annoying now. I mean, if it gets annoying, I'll put a cooldown on it. You know, I have tools. I have power too. Okay, I got more spruce. I probably should also take some jungle if I want to make a second dock. Okay, let's just take that. I think with that we should be okay. A cooldown on a mod command? Oh, you would be surprised. Mods are... I love my mods, but also mods are mischievous. I've definitely had to put cooldowns on mod commands for sure. I've definitely been there. Okay, let's actually extend the wharf. Wait, that's such a cute one, Hollow. Is that from Twitch itself? Or is it from a streamer? Hold on. Ah, it's from a streamer. That's a cute one. I like that one a lot. Well, that's sad. Also, I actually dug out all of this. I know that doesn't seem like a lot has happened, but like all of this, there was like land coming all the way up, and I thought that looked really weird with the wharf. I also think maybe we should add some pillars under here, because now it's just floating, and I think that might look a bit weird as well. We are angels. You would never do anything cheeky. Using a resource, do it. I will be that person that gets you into resource packs for survival, or just back into resource packs, or you know what I mean. Just do it. I can highly recommend it. I mean, the downside is certain blocks look really nice in a resource pack, and then you get attached to it, and then they look really ugly. Like that, for example, is granite. Listen, granite in default Minecraft, I hate it. It's like one of my least favorite blocks. In Mizuno's, though, it is one of my favorite blocks, which is very risky. Because if I ever turn off this resource pack, this house is gonna have a salami foundation, and that ain't great. That's not a vibe. Turn it off. Listen, you don't... It's gonna be bad, okay? I tell you. When I say it's bad, it's gonna be bad, okay? Show us the salami is a wild sentence. It is worse than I expected. It is so ugly. Also, the roof. What the fuck is that? Have you considered watching more Pearl videos? I mean, I do watch quite some of Pearl's videos, but apparently not the one you're trying to reference, I guess. Okay, do you want to see the rest of the world? I mean, I don't, but... Actually, this one is not bad at all. This building works perfectly fine in vanilla textures. Yeah, this horse stain, I don't even... It's horrible. Like, this is actually not bad. That build, also not bad. Do you know a good resource pack? No, I only play with Mizuno, so I literally know very little about other ones. Unfortunately. Also, I just noticed I have a resource pack that, like, texturizes the grass like this, which apparently doesn't work with Mizunos. I don't think I ever realized that was in my resource pack. I actually kind of hate it. I always thought that I would like it. That it doesn't show the dirt on the side, but I kind of the dirt on the side grew on me, I think. But okay, my storage room also doesn't look bad in vanilla. Like, it actually looks pretty nice in vanilla. I'm low-key kind of excited with this. Like, this is good. It's like the color difference between the oak, the dark oak, and the spruce is a bit too big, but I don't hate it. Like, this is good. This is a good build. Let's actually go inside and check. And then we're gonna put back on the resource pack. Yeah, this is not bad at all. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Oh, there's a Mizuno. Okay, this I hate. Glowstone in default Minecraft is disgusting. See, this is all not bad. This is actually nice. Okay, I kind of see what you mean about the cats now. Why are their eyes so far apart in Mizuno's? I don't think I realized that, but now I kind of see it too. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I mean, I still don't hate them. And they just look extra derpy, I guess. I have to make sure that some of these are like above Mizuno's. Otherwise it doesn't work. Yeah, she looks really dumb. Also, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't think I ever really realized that, but they look so derpy with their eyes super far apart. But I'm actually kind of digging it, so I'm not mad. I think it's funny. I think it's pretty funny. Also, yes, Esther, that's italic. Now I'm curious what you're testing. Also, thank you so much for redeeming the hi, I'm new. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to ask. But welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, there's just no thought between those eyes. Also not behind, I guess. Just none. Non-existent. I love how Esther's like, let me delete that. Yeah, exactly, Liv, exactly. What does it matter what resource pack you're... Okay, so your resource packs basically load from the bottom, or no, from the top to the bottom. So the ones that load first will get priority. Which means that if you put, let's say, a resource pack like Mizuno's, for example, also overhauls the way that your UI looks. So if I put Mizuno's first, the game is going to load it in and be like, okay, we got our UI loaded. We're all good. Next. And then it loads the second UI mod and is like, yeah, but we already loaded that. So never mind. And then it continues with the list. So you basically need to put it in order of which you want to load it. So in my case, I first want to load my custom UI pack so that when Mizuno's loads, it only loads all the additional things of all the textures and the blocks and stuff, which doesn't load my UI because it's like, oh, we already have something for that. So we can basically ignore it. So it allows you to stack resource packs that sometimes have double features and stuff like that. Did it work? What are we testing? Now I'm curious, mods. What are we testing in mods chat? Tell me. Please inform the streamer of your shenanigans. Hold on. We're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do that. And then I have a whole bunch of extra ones, which should be good. Natural. No, the island was already there. The only thing I did is that naturally that island was connected to this island. So if you look on the map, this is also an island. It's just a bigger island. This was already there. There was just like, it wasn't even fully connected. There was like a little bit of a blob here and then a little bit of a blob here. And then there was a single connection, like literally a single block wide connection between the two islands. So I just got rid of that. And then I basically just got rid of the blobs on the side here. But that little island technically was already there. And as you can see in the water, like the terrain, this is basically where that one tile connection was at, but the terrain below it kind of immediately sloped downwards. And the island here, I did add a little bit of terrain. Like this little bit over here was like added, right? As you can see, we just have the moss, but the rest was just here. I only used it. Yeah, you can select the text too, but mark down. Hello. Oh my goodness. Hi, Tanisha. It's really good to see you. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Hold on. Let me go here so I can properly welcome you guys in. For anyone from my side, if you're not following Tanisha yet, what are you doing? Go fix that right now. Absolutely goated Minecraft builder. Genuinely mind boggled by everything you build. You are such a pro at Minecraft building. It's insane. I feel like you can teach me so many things. But thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are all doing absolutely wonderful today. We are also playing Minecraft. I'm actually building in my forever world, so I would love to show you guys what I'm up to. But before I do that, I would like to properly introduce myself. And for that, I have a cheeky little raid video that showcases a little bit of what I do here on Twitch, because it's not just gaming, it's multiple things. But yeah, in the meantime, if you already need to go raid and run, Tanisha, like de-stream anything, please make sure to do so. I would also love to hear what you were up to on stream today. But if you need to like raid and run, raid and rest, also completely understandable. But yeah, before we yap, I mean, we can yap and chat while I play the raid video, but let me formally introduce myself and then let me tell you a little bit about what we're up to in Minecraft today. Hi, welcome in. My name is Rosanna, or Ro, and online I go by rosannatxt because I'm quite the chatterbox, so I have a lot of text. See what I did there? I am a full-time creator and Twitch ambassador, and on my streams we do a mix of gaming. 8, 9. We did it! She is doing the partner pussy. I didn't mean to say partner pussy. Maybe Friday we're gonna murder all the chickens.
Oh, Joel, you can pet the sheep. If this stream ends in us having another baby, I'm calling this challenge cursed. Oh my god, that's a child. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you.
We do co-working and sometimes co-reading. I am gonna start our first work session. I wish you guys good luck.
Thank you for the horses. You just made me say that in public.
And a sprinkle of IRL.
The grass one is not my favorite. For anyone asking, we're doing a beer tasting, and I'm currently drinking one that tastes like beer.
I am from the Netherlands, where I live with my partner and my 2 cats named Toot and Soos. Look at how annoyed she looks. She's like, human, I was sleeping. I love to use my platform to raise money and awareness for various charities. And somehow my community is the best at coming up with incentives and goals. Bonjour, oui, je m'appelle Charlie.
This is gonna be fine. This is fine.
So welcome to Runyon making onion soup.
Oh, and thanks to Twitch, I'm also known as the bell pepper girl.
You've never eaten a raw bell pepper? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you eat a bell pepper.
Our community is named the Jungle of Planties, and you are more than welcome to hang out with us. But don't forget to stretch and hydrate, because like we always say here, self-care is very sexy. That was the raid video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much again for coming over. Also, I need to check out your Lilo and Stitch area. I think the last time that I came over to your stream, you were building what looked like a giant board game. I'm not sure if it was actually a giant board game, but that was what it looked like. And it looked really cool. And also, I recently saw your video on the Nether cave that you did. Obsessed with that too. makes the nether a lot less scary. Tandyland. Yes, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, let me show you guys what I've been up to in Minecraft. So we are playing in my forever world, which is a modded world, but it's lightly modded. It has like mostly some visual mods and stuff and like some utility mods. It doesn't have additional biomes. It doesn't have anything that like genuinely makes it feel like cheating, like teleporting or anything. I tried to keep it vanilla, but like upgraded vanilla. This is my starter base that I have been working on for quite a while. This is my actual starter home. This is where everything started. The starter home has a full interior as well. So I have like a kitchen and a living area. I have a lot of cats because every single time I see a cat, I obviously have to rescue one. I have a problem, maybe. This is my iron farm that I had to put a building around. I still want to decorate around it, but this was one of the first buildings that I added to my world. We recently added a newly built storage room because I was desperately running out of space. So this is now my storage room, which is also fully decorated on the inside. I tried to make it very cozy and organized. And then down here is my bulk storage. Then this is my magical pond. I basically worked with water that was already here by default in the world, and I didn't want to like lose the water feature. This is my farm area, which is where I also have a bunch of automated farms. So in this windmill, we have my storage for all my seeds and stuff. And then back here, we have what looks like two perfectly normal barns. You know, nothing sinister going on inside, apart from the fact that we have an automated wool farm that is feeding all of its wool into a little storage down here, which is below this barn where we have cows and chickens. This is seemingly very, very innocent. But then below this, we have an automatic lava chicken farm. We have some cow crushers. We have, like I said, the storage for all the wool and stuff like that. So these are basically all like good starter resources in my world. I also have an automated honey farm, which has a honey-themed build around it. And what we're working on right now is basically a big part of the connection between all of these things. You might also notice a floating setup here and a ladder in the ground. This goes into my actual like starter hole. This is where I genuinely started this world. I had a bed here. This is where I have my villager breeder. And down here I have my trading hall. We're eventually going to put like a big building up here that's going to connect all of that. And then this is going to be our town square, which is what we're working on right now. I'm currently working on a little bit of like a dock or bay area kind of around it. And then we're going to change all of this into stone and add like a nice fountain in the middle, add some trees. We're going to add like a pathway that goes up this hill. So we still have quite a lot of work to do. This is giving Smallish Beans vibes. Honestly, I'll take that compliment. Cursed but fun, especially if you're talking about his current Hermitcraft base. Cursed but fun. But yeah, this is what I've been working on in this world. And like I said, we're currently working on this bay area here, which I was just extending the dock. But since we have a little bit of a drowned problem here, I haven't properly lit up the water. I might just quickly sleep if I'm working in the water area. Nothing sinister going on under the barn. No. It's all good. All rainbows and sunshines. Absolutely nothing else. I have one of my mods, one of my Twitch mods. I don't think he's here right now, who calls Minecraft a horror game because of this. He's like, what kind of person does this? And I'm like, well, you know, you just need leather for books and stuff. And he's like, yeah, but you made a cow crusher. Also, oh my goodness. Let's go. Emma, sorry, I just realized that you redeemed that coconut roll and you now also have the palm tree. Let's go. I was about to say earlier, I didn't see the chat between you and the mods, but I'm happy that it worked out. Yes, Abu. But I'm happy that it worked out, and thank you so much for hanging out enough that you got to redeem both the palm tree roll and the coconut roll for the Discord. I appreciate that so much. Okay, I think we're gonna have to go out like this. Dude, why do you always show up at the most inconvenient times? I thought I made it clear what happens to you when you show up here. I left you evidence of your fate. Your llamas are fine, but you? Also, thank you, Esther, for setting up those rules. I appreciate it. Like, you know, if the Wandering Trader actually sold stuff that was useful, but it only sells stuff that is, like, useful early game, but early game you don't have any emeralds to spend. And then once you have the emeralds to spend, you don't really need the stuff that the Wandering Trader is actually selling. Like, I don't get it. Also, Lara, thank you so much for also redeeming the palm tree roll. Let's go. How do you keep yourself motivated? An impossibly long list of building projects. Which is, I guess, also my downfall. I get so overwhelmed by everything I want to do that I sometimes almost, I'm like, I don't know where to start anymore. Or like what to do. But I just have so many ideas of things I want to build. Like I have so many things that I'm excited for that I don't really feel like I have to keep my motivation. I mostly have to allow myself to pace it. Also, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. The only thing you use the Wandering Trader for is Pale Oak saplings, which is fair. Finding a Pale Oak biome can be a pain in the ass. So that is very fair. I mean, I guess maybe for certain saplings, like middle early game, it can be quite useful. But I also like exploring. So usually when I find my first Wandering Trader, I have in fact already gotten most of the saplings. I just go into the Pale Oak Forest during daytime, and then it's not that bad. I just get out of there before nighttime hits because I don't like mobs in Minecraft, which is funny because I'm playing on survival. That is true. You can trade buckets of milk. That is fair. Yes. Oh my god. I'm so excited for the autumn biome. Partially also not even because I'm excited for the new wood type, because I think it's nice. I think I'll definitely build with it, but I'm so excited for the different colored leaves. Because that's been something that I have missed for such a long time. I'm also incredibly excited for the wool update and for the cushions. Like, the builder in me is so happy with this. Haven't been able to sit in 15 years, exactly. So yeah, I'm actually really excited for the new content coming to Minecraft. I feel like they're doing a good job. And I know that some people disagree with that, but I actually really like it. I think it's good. Also, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Been lurking because I was playing D&D. Let's go. I hope you had a great time. Oop. I hope that the D&D was good. Are you doing a bigger campaign or are you doing one shot? But yeah, I'm actually really excited about the new content. I also, this version of the game, like my Forever World, is kind of behind because it's modded. So I currently don't have the Chaos Cubes update here yet, but I am very excited for when we add it, because also in this world, I haven't explored that extremely far. So if we have to like load in new chunks to find the sulfur cubes and stuff, or like the sulfur caves, I think we should be pretty okay. And I'm actually really, really, really stoked to get the cinnabar to build with, because it's such a stunning block. Big game is the final arc. Been going for 2 years. Damn. Yes, of course. Thank you so much for being here. I think I don't need that much more. Okay, well, I just made a lot more. Also, thank you, Esther, for setting up all the roles. I appreciate it. Okay, and then we're gonna have to figure out where I add the second speaking row. What is that called? Dock part, I guess? I'm assuming that's what it's called. Like this thing. And I am using, these are oak slabs, the combined texture for it. And I think I just have dark oak logs, right? Yeah. Okay. But I also want to extend it a bit more here. Let's get to my crafting table to get more slabs. Because I think if I want to do those little boats that are sort of like fakely docked, I'll definitely need a little bit more space here. Wait, how much did I do in between the pillars? Like the actual pillars underneath the water. I think 5. You're loving this gameplay. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm happy that you're enjoying it. Because this is how I love to play Minecraft. Just yapping, building. I mean, I do the occasional big adventure. We recently slayed the Ender Dragon, which was actually my first time doing it by myself. I had only done it once before on a server with friends. And I was really scared, but I did it and I didn't die. And at this point, I have multiple shulkers and multiple elytras, so I'm very proud of myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, I definitely would say that I play Minecraft mostly for the building aspect of it. Like, that's my favorite part. So that's something that I'll always prioritize, is like getting blocks for building. That's also the whole reason I went to fight the Ender Dragon, is because I actually wanted to build with, or not even build. I wanted to move my storage room and I needed the shulker boxes for it. An old school player. What would you say defines an old school player? Like, how would you play? Because I actually only started playing Minecraft like relatively recently, as in, I actually looked this up because tomorrow is my 5-year stream anniversary, and I made a little presentation to like commemorate my 5 years, and I went over some of the memories, and I actually saw that I started playing Minecraft in 2022, and I've played it consistently on stream every single year. There have been phases where I played it more, and there have been phases where I played it less, but I actually didn't realize that I have been playing it for such a long time already. Long time, you know, in comparison. Okay, so we're gonna leave that open. Let me see. Do I want to add one more module? No, I think this is good. I think if we add like a little boat up here and a little boat up here, then when we arrive, we can actually boat up to here, and that should be good. Lately, and I noticed that a lot of them don't even have chest plates, or at least they never wear them, so they don't have the... Yeah, so I think a lot of hermits mostly have their chest plate in their inventory, and they only put it on when they go do stuff that's like dangerous. Other than that, they just wear their elytra. Because you can't wear both of it. You can't wear your elytra and chest plate. So I'm also not wearing a chest plate right now. Which is a little bit scary. Like, you are a lot more vulnerable because your chest plate does give you quite a lot of protection, obviously. But the elytra is just so convenient, and it's annoying if you have to put it on and off all the time. So I have my chest plate in my ender chest now. Which for now is like fine. It works. But there are mods that allow you to combine your chest plate and your elytra if you want that. Which obviously, like, I can totally imagine that for some people that is like a lot more comfortable. I think if I go do something really scary, I probably put on my chest plate again as well. Like if I go caving or something. Sometimes don't even put it on when they're mining netherite. Yeah, I know. That's something that we're also going to have to do at one point. We're going to have to go to a bastion. We're going to have to get the smithing template, and we're going to have to get netherite. Because I obviously, as this is my forever world, like, it makes so much sense to do that grind. If like any world, that's like, this has to be the world where I do it. I'm like scared though. If you know this, but a lot of old school players are actually still playing beta versions and stuff. There's a whole big community that hates modern versions, but for the old school players that still play, most of them are builders and redstoners. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. It's also in small details. For example, I have a very specific way of dealing with organizing things. For example, old players tend to hate disposing of any item. We have millions of every kind. Yeah. I was actually having a really fun conversation with this, about this. I did a little build challenge video recently, or not little. It wasn't a little challenge. We had to build a starter base in 7 days. It wasn't little. Tanisha was actually part of that as well, which was it was a very fun video to work on though. Like, I had a great time seeing what everyone was up to. But there was one specific evening on the server where I was building, and Meggie was exploring, and Pearl was also building. And Meggie said something about having to clear out her inventory or something. And we got to talking about like how much you save. And I'm definitely a hoarder. Like, I know that I don't have to save everything, but I'm just like, no, but what if I need it later? Or maybe I'll come up with a use for this, or like maybe it's going to be nice to have later on, and then it will be annoying to get more of it. So I'm definitely a hoarder. I keep so many things. But then I feel like some people just throw everything out. And I'm like, how do you do that? What do you mean you're not supposed to keep all your rotten flesh? Or spider eyes? What do you mean you throw them just in lava and you just don't care about it? Like, how? No, because what if you need them? And then that's like talking about blocks that you could potentially argue you don't need that many of. But like for any other block, I'm like, no, of course I'm gonna keep a ton of it because you never know what you need it for. The problem is storage though. I feel like then, you know, building the storage out for it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. So yeah, yeah, keep everything but for yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't brew a lot of potions in Minecraft, so when I do, how annoying is it to then find out that you need all these things that you threw out? Like, that's, I guess, where it comes from me. I'm like, I don't know everything about Minecraft, so therefore I shouldn't just toss out things that I might need later because you never know what you need it for. Also, I think I'm gonna do... No, wait, let's do less than that because we don't need that many slabs, actually. Yeah, that should be enough. And then I still have enough for the pillars as well. I'm gonna have to decide where I want to put that, like, second walkout. It's either gonna be over here, but then I would have to get rid of this part of the fence, I think. With new updates, some items without uses and have extra uses. Exactly. Like, and then imagine you threw it out and you have to go get it again. Which for some blocks is easy enough, but for some blocks, you're gonna just be like, why? I genuinely thought this when I have my wool farm working overtime, even though I'm not even actively using any wool in my builds right now. But then I was like, okay, but what if they ever do a wool update? Then I'm gonna be like golden because I have all the wool. And then they did a wool update, like they announced it. And I'm like, see, now I'm gonna be building with a lot of wool. I had 70 of these things and I just threw it out. Yeah, that would suck. Okay, so, hold on. How wide is this again? I kind of forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. If I do 6 again, so it would probably be 4 wide. Do I like that? Or do I add it further down here? Maybe that makes more sense. The thing is, like, what do we need a dock for on this side? Because there's literally nothing, like, you can't really go anywhere from here. Because you have the huge mountain range. So then I'm like, exactly, it's your random junk. I still might do one here because it's still the shorter route to my dock at my starter base. And I think it will look more like an actual harbor kind of vibes if there's 2 docks. I think if I just do one, it's not going to be enough. It's not going to look as good. So I think I'll just go for this spot. And then, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we can go there, and then that would be the corner. It's not perfect, but I can work with it, I think. Then it looks like somewhat centered. That NPC looks like he runs a horse dealership. He's always bringing out 2 models for a test drive. That is the best description of a wandering trader I've heard. That is so true. That is exactly what he looks like. Okay, let me actually... specifically, I'm a creature of habit. I actually hate the new cave system they implemented or whatever it was. So I always use mods where the world generate and the cave generation behaves like before. I remember watching a video about this where someone like talks about the cave generation and how it changed. I only started playing after the caves update. So I actually don't think I have ever played in a world where it doesn't generate caves the way it does now. So I'm actually kind of curious because I remember watching that video and that person also did not like the way that it was updated. But now I'm kind of curious. Like, what is the major change? Because I only got into Minecraft in 2022, which obviously at that point there were like certain things in the game that were very much not in the default, like in the beta version of the game or the first versions of the game. So now I'm kind of curious what exactly it changes. Because I'm intrigued now. Especially if it's like, I know that it was a big change. Or distribution. Okay, so just basically it spawns in on different levels. Because that's one thing that does annoy me, is that even in the time that I started playing Minecraft, that has changed multiple times. So like when I started playing Minecraft, I remember being able to like having a best level for diamonds, and that changed, I think, at least twice. General cave shaping. Okay, but there were caves, right? It's not like there were no caves. For some reason, for like in the beginning, I think that's what I thought when I heard people talk about the cave update, but there were caves. You basically need to go caving now for good ore spawns. Yeah, which is, I don't like that part either, which is funny because I never played with the other version, but I genuinely don't like caving. But yeah, that's just because I'm scared. I'm just a baby. Just the whole world generation was redone. World height was increased, and before the world ended where Deep Slate starts now. Oh, damn. Okay, that's a big change. I didn't realize that it was that. Like, now that we talk about it being so impactful, it makes sense, but where Deep Slate starts, you went on level 11, spent some time, and that's it. But now yeah, a day where, yeah, you're just looking for treasure. That makes so much sense. I still strip mine. I prefer strip mining over anything, because it's way less stressful. 2, 3, 4, 5. That one. Oh, actually, that lines up perfectly. Love that for me. I feel like I've already gotten a lot braver over the past few years. Like, I used to not play on survival at all because I was so scared of creepers. Enderman made me have a panic attack. So like maybe one day I'll go caving and not be scared anymore. To load up a world in 1.16 at some point, just in creative, and look around. It's super interesting to see. Yeah, actually, you guys kind of piqued my interest. I want to see it now. Today is not effective at all. I mean, it's not that great, but it works fine enough, I guess. As in, like you're saying, it's probably not as effective as it once was. But since I never saw the once was, right? Like, I don't compare it to how efficient it was before. So I just make sure that I have looting 3, or no, not looting 3. Wow, row speaking. That's the sword one. See, enchants are also sucky. I can't remember them. I know it. Fortune. That's the word I was looking for. Fortune 3. To mine, like, I first make a diamond pickaxe, then I get fortune, and then I go back, and then it's like decent enough. One day download a beta 1.7.3 and give it a go. I think I would suck so bad at it. Like, anything I know about Minecraft's just not gonna work. Which kind of would be funny, I think. It used to be that strip mining was the way. Now all the ways are decent ways. Yeah, fair enough. That makes sense, I guess. I only need half of that. That makes sense. The one thing that I know we talked about it before, but I think there's 2 things that I wish for in Minecraft. I wish for a wood update, and I know you might think, but bro, they're adding the dappled forest. There's going to be more wood. No, I mean the wood processing. I would love for it to be, I would love to have a sawmill. Just like a stone cutter, I would love to have a sawmill that allows me to more easily craft things that are made out of wood, because sometimes the crafting steps are just ridiculous. Secondly, what I would very much like is to have more things in different wood types. I saw this the other day on Instagram, and I was like, yes. Why do we not have different chests from different wood types? Why do we only have one ladder texture? Imagine if you had like different ladders in different colors. that all maybe also had like different, I don't know, aesthetics to them. What if you had chests in like all the different colors as well? Like, I don't know. I was like, the wood in the game, I feel like it's used 85%. And then like the last 15% that were kind of like, nah, whatever. We don't really care. And it's such a missed opportunity, I think. I don't know. I see so much potential. Yes. Oh, that would also be very nice. That would be very, if you could do the different textures of the different trapdoors and stuff, but like in the different colors. I would also, ooh, that's the wrong block row. I would also like that for sure. But that is something that I feel like might be taking it too far outside of vanilla, because you can't do that with other things either. But I agree. That would be really nice. You'd be surprised at how much fun you would have in the long run. I guess I would probably. Although at the same time, I'm a heavily modded player. Like, as in even my, like this vanilla experience, I think for some people would be heavily modded. So, I don't know. I don't think I've played any just regular vanilla Minecraft all that much. A little bit, but not that much. How much do I go out? Hold on. I also need to add this on top of it later so I can do the fence. But we did 1, and then we did 1, 2 modules. So we have 1, so then I do 1, 2. Also, these the reason I keep sleeping is because these slabs are currently not spawn proof because I haven't put enough light sources, which means that I could be working there and have a creeper on my head, so I keep sleeping. You're looking forward to a new cushion update. Is that a controversial thing, like amongst people that generally play older versions? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that are extremely excited about the cushion update, and then there's like a lot of people that are like, no, this is not vanilla Minecraft, which I think is funny. Exactly, Esther. Yes, that is very nice. That is something that I also really appreciate about Minecraft, is the fact that you can play different versions. You can like find the version that fits your playstyle. You can either play with or without mods. It's genuinely one of those games that facilitates that way more than a lot of other games I've played. Not for you. You're actually interested. You're a builder. Yeah, as a builder, that block is interesting. I have been curious if the cushion update is a start to something like a bigger update, because they have now created a block that essentially adjusts itself to whatever height it's placed on, which is the one reason they have always sort of been hesitant, I think, with like vertical slabs or being able to combine different slabs or just in general being able to stack certain blocks or not. I'm wondering if the cushion part is like sort of not really a trial, I don't think is the right word, but maybe in a way is sort of like seeing how the community responds to it and how the game runs with it and how to optimize for it so that they can then extend that mechanic in the rest of the game. Like, I wonder if they're ever going to implement it. And if they are not going to do it, I am for sure that modders are going to do it. But I'm just curious to see, because I don't think I ever expected Mojang to do this. Like, I don't think I ever expected them to go in and make something that is height adjusted. Yeah, proof of concept maybe a little bit. Also, my lights are off. Why are my lights off? Hold on. I just realized this. I just didn't turn on my lights when I started stream. But it's starting to get dark out, and then all of a sudden I notice it. Could be getting through a big change internally. Microsoft is doing big changes company-wise. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see. I'm always like intrigued with the inner works of bigger, not just game studios, but like in general, bigger companies like that, like how their decision making works. I think it will look a bit better if I just make that fully straight, because then it actually connects a bit better. No, wrong one. Oh, that's infuriating. Well, I was gonna use spawn area for my starter because it's actually really nice. Wait, I missed your question. That I'm debating wanting on starting my survival world until the update because the seed would, as of my last snapshot, spawn in a really big dappled forest. Ooh. Okay, apparently there's a solution for this. That's Thomas's message. I don't think that part fully makes sense in my brain, but apparently there's a solution for this. Also, thank you for the self-care check. I actually am thirsty. Why do I forget? I feel like normally when I stream a lot, I'm so used to continuously drinking. But because I haven't streamed in like 2 weeks, it feels real like my brain is not used to it anymore. I'm just forgetting to drink. Okay, now my question is, do I actually, because this is gonna be where we add that fence, I think it might look nice if I just make them identical. Yeah, and I think it also might look nice if I make that corner a little less, oh, not the solution in this case, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, let's do one more layer. I think that will be good. I also just had a really strange realization. You know when I'm playing Minecraft and it's like raining outside and it's sunny in my game? I don't think it's weird. But currently it's raining in Minecraft and it's really sunny outside. And I just thought to myself, that's weird. That doesn't match. I don't think I've ever thought that the other way around. But apparently now my brain is like, yeah, that's weird. Why? Why? I'm confused. Also, that grass, every single time I think it's a drowned. I get depressed when it rains in Minecraft. I use a mod which makes it look clear every time. You just get rid of the rain. Hello? There we go. I mean, that's kind of fair. Let's be real. Rain is disgusting. I don't like it either. Especially when I'm building. I feel like a lot of us builders have that curse where as soon as we start building, it starts raining. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And thank you for that follow as well. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are doing well. Okay. A couple of days ago, I sent a screenshot of part of that currency in the snapshot. The forest is so big and right next to spawn. That is really nice, though. So I get the doubt of, like, do I start now? Do we know when the update comes out? Have they released the date? I know they talked about it in Minecraft Live, but I don't think they released the date just yet. So let me grab those because I don't want to lose those blocks. I know it sounds frugal, but I only have so much. No date, yeah. So you wouldn't, like, that's the thing. You don't know how long you would have to wait, which I think is also kind of annoying. Okay, so this part is we need the fences and the... Hold on. I think I left them in here. Yeah, I need these ones. Do I still have... I have a couple more dark oak fence gates, but okay, so I should have actually grabbed more dark oak. I always grab resources and I'm like, no, I'll just take only half of the stack. And I'm like, why did I not just take the full stack? Because now I have to walk back again. It's not that much effort, but again, I'm like being frugal with my resources for no good reason because it's also so easy to regrow dark oak. You like the shulker texture? I do like it as well, but I don't know. I like the purple one. I think this is nice. I like this texture. But I also got the red because I wanted to use the red for my rockets. And then I have the yellow for my food, and I don't like those. I'm not a big fan. So with Mizuno's, like I like the default ones, but I don't like all the color variants as much. Yeah, the purple's much better, right? It does look like the Christmas presents, which I still think to this day is one of my favorite Easter eggs. Do Do I still have any sticks left? I do, but not many. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just make sticks with this then, so I don't use my actual dark oak for that. And then we make fenced gates. This is gonna be too many, but that's okay. But yeah, that's one of my favorite Easter eggs in the game. If you open your game, your Minecraft game, on one of the Christmas day... Hold on. They're not floating over there, are they? Are they floating? Oh, I put them on... Never mind. I was like, I can't remember that they were floating, but they weren't because they were actually on top of another block. But if you actually play during one of the Christmas days, all of your... I didn't need to delete it. All of your chests, that's the word I was looking for. Jesus, that took so long. All of your chests will actually look like presents. For like 2 days, and that's it. I saw that Amber deleted Mizuno texture on a glass, but just like that, I wish I knew. Oh! She deleted like an individual texture. Interesting. I mean, I could probably look in on how to do that for the shulker boxes. I don't actually know how to do that, but I guess I could learn. That's intriguing. I actually really like the Mizuno's glass. A lot of the colored glass in Mizuno's looks like stained glass, which I think is super pretty. But I do agree with the statement that was made earlier that it's really good for specific building, like in specific styles. But if you were, for example, try to build modern with Mizuno's, is going to be hell. That would not work. Wait, really, Jess? I don't think I noticed that. I don't think I've ever played on Halloween. Where would you look for that? On how to do that? A tutorial on YouTube. Okay, you know what? You kind of piss me off. Of course, now you go invisible. The moment I want to hit you, I feel like you knew that was coming. That was you? Yeah, I thought it was you, but I started to doubt myself if you were the one who said it. And I was like, I don't want to assign a comment to you that you didn't make. We got another wandering trader head. I get them every single time. Invisible, but not invincible, true. Why does it always look so dumb? Anyways, I have so many wandering trader heads at this point, which is actually a problem. But they just keep spawning in my base. That's kind of not my fault now, is it? See, I even used the wandering trader head on my head's chest. I also have a shulker head and a blaze head. In case you want to know what that looks like. I'm definitely keeping proof of mass unaliving, yeah. This kind of looks like me if I haven't slept enough. I'm not gonna lie, I feel called out by this one. Sometimes I wake up and this is how I feel. Yeah. Shulker one is a little too real. Let's get rid of it real quick because I don't think I want to deal with that. But yeah, we also have a zombie farmer villager and a zombie armorer. I have 4 wandering traders. I have the dragon head and the dragon egg in here, and then I have a lot of salmon heads. I really want to get a creeper head, but you can actually only get a creeper head, even with this mod, if it's a charged creeper. That's going to be something that I'm going to have to work towards at one point. Keep loving your flower crown. Thank you. I still want to get a custom skin commission, but I will never get rid of the flower crown. Like, that is such an iconic part of, like, my face for my, if I ever do a skin commission, my face should stay the same. But I just want to change the outfit because I'm not really like this outfit is fine, but it's just not something I would ever wear. Okay, so now that that part is done, let me get... I probably should get more because... Oh no, wait, I actually need the chiseled one. Do I have that? Did I use it all? No, I have more. Here we go. Let me also put all of this away because I no longer need it. And then I need the stone fence. I only have this much left. Only 6. That's not a lot, is it? Yeah, I should probably go make a little bit more of that. And then I need more of the iron fence. Luckily, we have enough of that. So let's go make more stone fences then. Ooh, let's go, Rose. Let's go, let's go. No, that is super fair. That is super fair. That is not... The resource pack is nice, but it's not making you happy enough to use it. I feel like also Mizuno's is... It's very, like, widely used. A lot of people that like resource packs are using Mizuno's. It's like a resource pack that I very continuously see popping up in reels and like people's builds and stuff. But it is a very specific one. If there's like multiple things you don't like in the look and feel, you're gonna eventually be bothered by it because it does change a lot in your game. Like I said, the granite issue for me is like huge. I love the look of it in Mizuno's, but this world can never be played without it because then it just looks horrendous. So yeah, it's definitely a choice. Which for my case, like also for my building style, I guess it worked out perfectly because I really like this particular style of building that fits perfectly with the pack, but that's also not the case for everyone, right? John Smith. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Is it one that like tends to be a bit more vanilla? Also, the llamas actually dropped their leads. Let me pick those up. That's kind of nice. Do I save even more llamas? This is one of the llamas that I don't have yet. Like the colorway, the gray one. I might actually keep the gray one. It's not cozy, but it looks really good for... I might have seen it then. Because I feel like I watch a lot of medieval... Both medieval and cottagecore, I think, are two styles that I watch a lot of. Potato chips, homeboater. Oh. Interesting. Okay, you guys are not gonna see this, okay? Didn't happen. Absolutely not. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, let's see. That goes there then. Let's just add that there. I think that will work nicely for the corner and also with us being able to walk. Wait, how did I do that there? Is it aligned or is it... Yeah, those are aligned. Okay, hold on. So then that goes there, I guess. Spawn is so pretty. I will check it after stream because you have made me curious. Some other medieval resource packs. I actually don't know of any. So that's the thing. I watch a lot of that style of content and I always notice that they're using resource packs, but I have actually never installed any of the content. It's just the style of building that I really enjoy, but I've never bothered to actually look up their resource packs because I'm always scared that then I will like that one a lot. And in this world, I already committed to this one. And I currently am only playing in this world. So I kind of like for my own mental safety, stay away from it. So I know that they exist because I see people using them, but I don't actually know which ones they are. I know that there is a shader specifically that I'm using, or not that I'm not using it right now, but I have it in my game because it works with Voxy, which is Solas, which is actually kind of infamous. No, not infamous, famous for how well it works with medieval style buildings. So I know one shader and that's about it. It has no function, but it's so silly. One of the houses literally has the portal spawn inside of it. You could kind of work with that and make it really cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's annoying. There's no exact middle block here, which I guess I could just fix by putting this one here. Then it doesn't show as much that it's not the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, again, same problem. I guess that's okay. Doesn't have to be super exact. I think I did this on the outside. And then, no, I'm doing this wrong. Hold on. Like, something is not right. No, bro, that's because you forgot half of the fence. I started putting this in, but I should have done that in the step after. Should have been the normal fence first. Which I think is also gonna make this look better. I mean, that's still floating. I kind of hate that. But do I just let it go over this? Maybe I do. Not the biggest fan of that either, but I think it works better than having it float on the outside. Because I'm also not a fan of that. And then we just add these on top of this. Eee. There we go. And then we have to add these in. And then I guess we're gonna add the lighting post so I don't have to continuously go to sleep anymore, because we actually have spawn-proofed our dock here. Oop. Okay. And then I think our annoying task of digging all of this out and turning it into stone begins. You need to decide between Dapple Forest or that weird portal house, because villages don't spawn in Dapple Forest and thus gets deleted on a newer version. Oh. I mean, you could, like Jess is saying, you could recreate it yourself. Don't know if you would like that, but that's the wrong fence. Yeah, I need spruce fence, right? Yeah, that's spruce for sure. And then I need my chains. Do I still... I think I ran out of lanterns. Let's go make some lanterns then. The dirt part of the stream, the dirt stream begins. I mean, we kind of already did one big dirt stream right before I went on break. Why am I grabbing iron here? That's like the dumbest thing ever. I have so much iron in my storage room. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I wasn't there. No, you're all good. It just reminded me. Also, thank you so much for saying that. That's very kind. Just a small reminder that I don't go by Rosa. Ro or Rosanna is fine, but I don't use the name Rosa. But I hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Hold on. Do I really not have any lanterns anymore? Apparently I don't. Interesting. Luckily I have a whole bunch of nuggets, and I do I mean, it's easy enough to make more torches, so Ro is such a good nickname. Thank you. Fun fact is, actually I never used Ro until I started streaming. And then, like, people online started calling me that because it was obviously way shorter than my full name. And it's genuinely the first nickname in my entire life where I was like, yeah, that actually feels like me. Like, when I was growing up, a lot of people would call me Rose because in Dutch, the first part of my name, like, obviously shortens to Ros, which makes sense. Like, it's like it is a short version for Rose. But I never vibed with that. I was always like, I don't know, that just doesn't feel like me. Like, I responded to it because everyone used it, but it was always like, no, I feel more like a Rosanna than a Rose. But Rosanna is obviously really long. But Ro, when like people started using that when I started streaming, I was like, yeah, I think that's actually the right one. I think we found it. But it's funny how simple it is. It's like one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I could have figured that out probably earlier, but no, exactly, Riri. Because that's also how, for anyone who doesn't know, that the way that Riri just wrote it is how you write it in Dutch. And I don't know, it's like obviously just as in English, it's the name for the flower. And I'm also not really, I don't know, I don't think roses are like, I mean, they're not ugly, but they're not my favorite flower. So it's not like I'm like, oh, I really resonate with that flower or something. Roses are kind of in between. I feel like roses aren't skinny flowers, but they're also not fat flowers. They're kind of in between. Roses are kind of like chubby flowers, which is why I like love them a little bit medium. Scott just looked really surprised. You do know my problem with skinny and fat flowers, right? He just walked away and he sighed. What does that say? What does that mean? He said, I haven't heard this in a long time. Also, by the way, for anyone who's like confused about this, and this is the first time that you hear me say this is not me fat shaming. This is genuinely just because I have no better way of describing this. I really like flowers that are like really thin and slender and like elegant, and I don't like flowers that are like big and ruffly. So I jokingly started calling them fat and skinny flowers. That like genuinely, I don't want to get anyone to get the wrong impression from that. That's just to make that really clear. A plus size flower, exactly. As well, but unfortunately it has a different meaning. Not a bad meaning, just not something you associate with me. Your IRL name, by the way, not Jess. I figured that because I was like, J-E doesn't immediately, you know, make me think of something else, but I mean, I guess that makes sense. Also, hold on. I purposely didn't put them on here. So I guess I'll just put one on here then. I think that will be nice. I need my scaffolding. Dainty and bulky. Yeah, that works too. That works too. Maybe I should go with that. This was just like, this stems from me trying to explain it at one point and just not... Scott just said, stems. Oh my God. I have to tell you guys the worst dad joke, but it doesn't translate. So this is for the Dutchies. I'm so sorry. I really wish I could translate it. I mean, I guess I could sort of translate it, but it doesn't work as well. I was calling with my dad today, and he told me that in their new house, the person who came to wash the windows accidentally washed it the wrong way. I don't know how they fucked it up, but they basically scratched the windows. So now some of the windows have to be replaced, which is like actually a problem. Like it's a big, tall building, and they fucked it up. So my dad, in Dutch, the word for window washer is glazenwasser. He jokingly, dead ass on the call goes, yeah, but this one became a glazenkrasser. I was like, that is potentially the daddest of dad jokes you've ever told. So instead of a window washer, they became a window scratcher. But like I said, it doesn't translate well. Window washer to window crasher. I guess, yeah. I guess that would be the closest translation. But like in Dutch, it's just like a couple of letter difference and it just works really well. But it was such a dad joke. I laughed, but I was also not really disappointed is not the right word. But I was like, really? Did you really go there? And he was like looking so smug. And then he was like, yeah, I put that in the group, in the WhatsApp group of all the new neighbors. And I was like, did people laugh? And he was like, yeah, they laughed. He was so proud. Oh, it was actually kind of cute. Wait, is this one taller? Is this one 4? 1, 2, 3. Let's pretend I actually count it right the first time. Let's see. That's actually not too bad though. I can just move this one because I was already annoyed that not all of them were on a different height. And now they are. So it actually wasn't all that bad. See, that's how you make friends, true. Maybe that is true. All of the neighbors are going to be like, that dude on, I don't actually know their house number, but you know. Thank you so much for the raid. Havoc, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. How was your stream? I hope you had a lovely, lovely stream. Thank you for coming over. I am not embarrassing myself by not being able to jump up on this. I know I can do it. Now I jumped over it. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? I would love to hear what you were up to. I see you were playing some Sims. What were you doing in the Sims today? Thank you so much for coming over. I hope you're doing well. For anyone from my side, please make sure to check out Havoc if you haven't already, and drop your bum on their follow button if you haven't already. And for anyone who's new, welcome in. My name is Rosanna or Ro. I use she, her pronouns, and on the channel, I do co-working, gaming, and a sprinkle of IRL. And today we're building in my Minecraft Forever world. We're trying to work on a town square dock area. So if you guys want to hang out, you're very, very welcome to do so. Also, I just realized I saw someone come in. Lizery, welcome in. I literally read your message. I saw you saying, I love your Instagram content. Finally got to come and watch stream. And then I just read it. And then my brain just was like, oh, that's so fun. And I didn't say anything out loud. But hi, I hope you're doing well. And that's to everyone who's just joining. I hope you guys are all doing amazing. Thank you for those follows. I appreciate that. Was doing JCG Sparks challenge today, but I've been knee deep in your Origins Legacy. Wait, no way. I love that. That is so fun. I am so happy so many people are enjoying that challenge. Like it's genuinely, that challenge was such a labor of love. Like I didn't even feel like I worked for it. My brain just came up with it, and then so many people are enjoying it, and that's just really cool to see. But I hope you had a great stream. If you need to go raid and run, raid and rest, practice some self-care. We always say here, self-care is very sexy. Please make sure to do so. But obviously you and your community are very welcome to stick around. We have about, like, I don't know, 20 minutes of stream left. I'm gonna try to finish all the lanterns here, and get started with adding all the dirt, which is probably gonna be a little it's gonna, at first it's gonna look a lot messier, and then it's gonna look better. It's gonna be one of those things, where you're gonna have to bear with me. That this was not a great idea, Ro. How did you mess that one up? Do I add that one here then? I guess so. Let's see. With the... Yeah, but then those are the same height. So no, I don't add that one there. Sticking around for sure. Barely get to catch your streams anymore. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I hope you can still catch some rest though after your stream. Get to relax a little bit. Hold on, let's see. I think no, because then those are on the same height. It actually, like, it sounds not that difficult, but I have been struggling every single lamppost that I'm making to actually make sure that they're all on different heights. Because now we do that one here and then that one here. No, that's on the same height again. See? Why is my brain just not functioning? I do think it's cute though that some of them hang a bit lower into this bay area as well. I think that's cute. Gotta edit for content. What's a break? Break? I don't know. I don't know her. I would love to get to know her. No, actually, I just came back from a break, so I shouldn't be telling lies. I did actually take a break. I actually took a 12-day holiday. Can you believe it? Nope. Wrong placement. Also, I'm missing one fence post. That is offensive. No, I don't want to hear it. The dad joke that my brain just immediately made. Why? I am too much of my dad's child. My brain just... I cannot stop. I thought I had spruce here. I do have spruce here. Do I have some sticks? Well, 2. That's not enough. Started doing bi-weekly breaks and it's helped your mental health. That is really nice. I love that. It's good that you're taking breaks. That is important. The fact that you're like trying to figure out what works for you, that is very nice. So surprisingly lucky that it's literally the result of me just testing my username. Yeah, I think you talked about this. That's actually wild still. That is kind of cool though, to have your world seed be your username. Love your Minecraft avatar. She's so adorable. Thank you. That was a stroke of luck on my end. I literally went on Skindex, which I still find a disgusting word, but okay. To like find a Minecraft skin because I didn't have one when I started playing. I had like just the default one. And then I was like, you know what? I should probably get one if I'm going to play Minecraft more. I didn't even really know that something like Skindex existed. So I just Googled how to customize Minecraft skin. And then I found that. I was like, oh, well, that's actually kind of nice. I Googled, I very distinctly remember, okay, this is annoying because these are in this, okay, hold on. I very distinctly remember just typing in like, girl with red hair or something like that. And then, this one was one of the ones that showed up and I was like, oh, that one's cute. And then I kind of just picked it. And now I'm so used to seeing this one that I don't think I can ever go back. Like, this is me now. This is me in game, I guess. Can I make that too? Yeah, but then that one's on the same height again. Okay, that's fine. This one's just gonna be really low. That's okay. We're not really gonna walk here anyways. Oh my god, that's so perfect, Rose. I know that I can like walk over this. There we go. Going to build a creeper farm. I'm scared. Oof, that is a scary task. I'm not gonna lie. Like, creeper farms are cool, but also scary. Also, I don't know if that's the case. I wasn't originally thinking that I'm scared that I might be overdoing the lampposts, but I think it's maybe okay. But that's kind of cool. An island split between jungle, plains, and desert. That's low-key such a cool combination. The thing is, I don't like jungles in Minecraft. I don't like jungle wood, and I don't like navigating jungles, which is ironic because that's the one biome I needed to travel through. To get to my end portal, which is also something I really want to change eventually. Like, I want to decorate my end portal room because right now it's just ugly. It's functional, but it's ugly. Okay, we have some spawnable area here, which I might literally just solve by adding another. Yeah, we have some over there, but that's okay because we're going to add a lamppost over there, so that should be fine. This is all non-spawn. Do I have... I have spawnable blocks on my starter island. That's not great. That means that technically creepers could spawn there. And just blow up my house. That's horrible. I'm actually not the biggest fan of it being here. I might just put it up here. Or maybe I put it... Oh, that's a slab. I can't put anything on it. I'll just put him here. It's fine. Tiny jungle and sparse jungle. Okay, sparse is fine. Or at least not as bad. Thank you for the uptime reminder. I appreciate it. I'm not going to go for too long today, considering that tomorrow we have our 12-hour stream. For anyone who hasn't heard about this, tomorrow is my 5-year stream anniversary. Like, actually, tomorrow is actually the day that I've been streaming for 5 years, which is bonkers. So yeah, we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna, do a 12-hour stream. And every 2-hour block during the 12-hour stream is gonna represent a different era of me streaming. So if you want to come hang out, you're super welcome. We're starting at 9 a.m. and we're, sorry, 10 a.m. I shouldn't tell lies. We're starting at 10 a.m. And if you want to come hang out, feel free to join. Thank you, Esther, for putting that in chat already. Sorry for, no, I did not see it, Koki. If you were asked to join a SMP lore or not, would you, and what SMP would it be? Ooh, I think for me, lore SMP, probably not. Unless it's like a really cool project with people that I feel very comfortable with. But just because I think I personally wouldn't be the best at lore or doing that type of storytelling. Like, I love that type of storytelling in The Sims, for example, but I don't know if I would like it in Minecraft. But maybe I would try it to see if I would like it. But like, therefore, I wouldn't want to commit to something. Like, for example, the flight, I think it's super cool. I love watching the flight content, but it's quite a long project. I don't think I would be able to commit to that because I don't know if I would like it. So it would be more like I would commit to something like that short term and with people that I feel really comfortable with, because I'm not someone who feels super comfortable doing a lot of voice calls. So I guess in that sense, that would also not be the best combo. I think for SMP specifically, something like Girly Pop is actually wonderful. The little build challenge SMP that I did for YouTube was perfect as well. Like, building focused, you still collaborate with people, but it's not like a massive commitment. But if I had to make a massive commitment, like if I were to ever commit to like a really big Minecraft server, I think honestly something like Hermitcraft, where the priority is hanging out, having fun, but everyone has a goal, and that's to do their build. I think the building part of Minecraft is the part that I will always like the most. So anything sort of in favor to do cool builds, but also what I like about Hermitcraft is that they work together to build like server infrastructure, right? So someone builds the Nether hub, someone is building the shopping district, there's like a whole economy. I think that part where it's a bit more, I don't know how to explain that, but like adult server, and not in that way, but you know, it's like adults trying to build a world rather than younger kids playing to fight the Ender Dragon really fast, or to do the sickest, I don't know, like people that were doing Bed Wars and stuff. That's just not my type of content. People that were like speed running Minecraft, that's not my type of content either. I think it's really cool if people can do it. It's just I don't think that fits me or my playstyle. I'm very much like a cozy, relaxed Minecraft vibe girly. I've been lurking, having such a good time listening while working. Thank you, Chris. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you so much for saying that. I always appreciate it when people like say that they're enjoying the stream. Thank you for hanging around. And I hope work is going well today. But yeah, I guess that would be my answer, but I don't know. I guess I would be open to projects, again, really depending on who is working on it, and how comfortable I feel with those people. Because there's certain things that I might be open to like giving a go, if it was with people that I felt really comfortable with. I think the storytelling in Minecraft is really cool. I just don't know if I'm the right person to do it. Like, I think if I were to do storytelling in Minecraft, I would prefer to do storytelling in a world for myself, or like in a small group. Like, I think, again, something like the flight is really extensive and lore heavy, which is really cool to watch. Don't get me wrong. This is like nothing against that SMP or the content, or the people on it. It's just, I don't think I would be very suited to do it. Also, the distinction between like character and yourself, I think I might struggle with a little bit. Like, where does your character start and where do you end? Where I feel like if I'm doing like something like The Sims or something where I'm not the person role-playing, but I'm just doing the storytelling, I think that might be the difference. I think I would like storytelling, but not so much roleplay, where I'm the person role-playing. I think that might be the sort of the nuance for me. Because, for example, Alexa, I don't know if you guys know who she is, but also does a lot of Minecraft content, also has a forever world. And something that I love about Alexa's forever world is that she actually has, like, all of her villagers have backstories. And there's like drama between them as well. Like one of her villagers married another villager, but then cheated with someone, and then like therefore they are now living in 2 different houses. And like that stuff I think is amazing. Like that type of storytelling I think I would love to do in Minecraft. I think that would be so fun. But the type where you roleplay as a character and you kind of use Minecraft as the world or sort of the medium, or like almost like your playboard to actually play out a story. I don't know if that would be necessarily my type of content. But again, I've never done that type of content as much. So maybe I'll actually enjoy it a lot and I would love it. I just don't know for sure. ELSWHERE's world is so cool. Like I genuinely love what she does. Very inspiring. The way she's playing Minecraft. Also the fact that she started a bit later with Minecraft. And that she is like very self-taught on Minecraft and has like builds everything from her own inspiration. She's not like taking any designs or anything. She's like very much just letting her creativity come out through the game, and that's so visible. Like her world is very unique, and like her stories and her designs and stuff. I think she's playing Minecraft in a way that I have very few creators that showed me a way to play Minecraft that was enticing to me. Where I was like, oh, this is a game I'm interested in. Like initially, I genuinely believed that I would not be interested in Minecraft until I saw Frog Crafting and Gem play. And then I was like, oh, that's how you can play this game. Hold on, maybe then I'll enjoy it. And there's been very few people that managed to play the game in a way that I'm like, I want to play it like you do. And ELSWHERE is definitely one of them. The flight can be a lot. I can't keep up sometimes. There is a lot, but like, it is such a cool project. I think the flight is like within the Minecraft realm, one of the cooler projects I've seen in terms of coming up with a server and a concept and using the game as your medium. So yeah, I love the flight, but I just don't know if it would be for like me personally. It's a cherry blossom hill in the middle of a dappled forest with, see, that's really cool. I love that. Okay, I think the dock area is done like this. We have the entire thing spanning around. We have all of our lanterns in. This corner is something I'm going to have to decide with what I'm exactly going to do. I might literally just put a tree here to have it sort of wrap up, because I do think I want the dock to end here. I don't think I want it to continue all the way around. I actually think it works really well of it ending here, and sort of wrapping all around this town square. I think that works very well. So the thing is, now we actually need to go in and get rid of this layer of dirt. So that we can start to change all of that to stone. And I'm gonna have to actually keep an eye out for my shovel, because as you can see, she is not doing all that well. She's struggling a little bit. I should also keep an eye out, because I think somewhere over here we're gonna run into the ceiling of my oh, well, that's not what I was talking about. I was saying we're gonna run into the ceiling of my trading hall, but apparently I'm running into other things faster. I think the trading hall is probably, you're gonna run into it somewhere over here. There is a lot of information, yeah. I feel like the flight is one of those projects, if you're like really involved and invested, you can keep up, but it can be hard sometimes. Also with all the different perspective and all the different characters and stuff. I feel like it's very similar to if you're watching like a big D&D campaign or something. It's easy if you're, or like easy, if you're really invested, but it can be harder to keep up if you're just casually watching or have it on in the background and stuff like that. So yeah, I totally get that. A baby turtle. Oh, I love the baby turtles. Ooh, more of that water cave. Let's actually not fall into that. I mean, it's not that deep, I think. It is big though. Did I cover this up at one point? I think I might have. I actually don't remember, but I wouldn't be surprised. This is a satisfying task, though. And then we're gonna have to do all of the placing of all of the stone. I think I might actually... No, I think I should have enough stone, but... I will definitely empty out a lot of my stone for this. We're also gonna have to fully decide on the color palette, because I think the middle part where the fountain's gonna be, I might actually want to work with diorite, and then go diorite to andesite, and then andesite to stone. So that it kind of sort of like blends out. It's almost like a gradient. I think that could be really nice. No idea if it was this one. To be fair, this island is like full of water caves. I'm not gonna lie. That is the only downside of this particular spawn point. Or not even spawn point, but like of this particular part of the world. Is that a lot of it, like this island has a lot of water caves underneath, which is slightly inconvenient for building sometimes. Like if you want to do anything with a basement, you keep running into water caves. So I've been trying to stay away a little bit from basements and stuff, but my storage room, for example, has a basement just about fits around the water cave that is there. Like I kind of fitted it in between. Also, the good part is tomorrow, towards the end of stream, the last bit of the stream is actually going to be more Minecraft. So if we get rid of the grass right now, we can actually start placing the stone tomorrow. Like we don't have to wait a very long time, which is nice. It is a fun idea, Rose. I actually really like it. I don't think I ever thought of using your username as the seed for a world, but I can totally see why you would want to try out everyone's username now. Let me just pick up all of the blocks so that I can put them in a shulker. Or maybe I'll just walk to my storage room and immediately put them away, because this is a lot of grass. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of stone. I'm realizing that now. See, the water problem is because of the generation change. Back then, that problem was rare. Really? See, I would like that. Not so many water caves. Yeah, water is a little bit painful. I definitely agree with you. I think sometimes it is a bit excessive, the amount of water caves. Because it's not just here. I have this in so many places. When you're like digging down, you just randomly run into like the most weird water caves. And it honestly looks really fun. That is so cool. I love that you guys are all looking it up now. How much stone do I have? Quick check. I think we're gonna have to go do a big mining session maybe. Because that's not enough stone. Even if I'm gonna use... Hold on. Yeah, I don't even have that much andesite. I do have quite a lot of diorite, so that is at least good. Maybe we can actually have the middle be calcite. So like fully white, and then go to diorite, then go to andesite, and then go to stone. So it kind of sort of like fans out. But if I saw how much dirt I just got, how many stacks that was, and I only have half of this removed, yeah. We're gonna have to do a mining session. We're gonna have to go somewhere and just start digging out a ginormous stone room to just get a lot of stone. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be very meditation content. First we dig, and then we first we dig with our shovel, and then we dig with our pickaxe. Oh wait, really, Rose? I don't think I knew that capitalization mattered, but that's good to know. Okay, I want to not go underneath the animals, because then they're gonna drop down, and then it's gonna be well, not necessarily a pain in the ass, but we can just work around them for now anyways. Just kind of go like until here, because this is also where I want to start the farm path to go to the farm area. So maybe I should just not. Okay, hold on. This cat actually... Come with me. You're gonna go sit over here. Look, this is a great place for you. There we go. Also, I'm currently keeping one row around this because that's where I'm gonna have to replace it for the stairs so that the gutter also shows up around this part. This is just like a reminder of myself. Oof. Oh, that's the water cave that touches my storage room. Just realized. That's the one that we run into. I'm also realizing that I'm currently removing all the torches here. By digging all of this out. That means that this is just one ginormous spawnable area now. We should really make sure to place those back. Oh yeah, I'm now curious as well. What site are you using? I don't think I've ever done a custom seed at all, so... I mean, I've looked up seeds on, like, seed maps and stuff, but... Or, like, people that do the seed finding. Okay, how many has my... Okay, 400. It's not a lot. Should really keep an eye out on that because, yeah. Don't want to break my shovel. Okay. MC seed map. Okay. Nice. I've heard of that one, but I've never used it. Tool went through millions of seed based on criteria. Wait, really? You can do that? I don't think I knew that. I just went on YouTube and I watched a lot of videos to find a seed that I liked aesthetically and also had all the right things close by. But yeah, I actually really love the seed that I'm playing in here, so I think I made a good choice. I've also once had, I think that was Girly Pop, season 2, where the seed was absolutely horrible from the place that we were in. Like so many things were like thousands of blocks away and everything was so scattered and there were so many biomes that I just couldn't find, and partially that was because of the place we spawned into, but yeah. I didn't like that. That is fair, like, I mean, I get that. I get the temptation. Okay. See, these water caves are starting to annoy me because it takes so much extra time. I just want to get rid of all my dirt really fast, and then it keeps getting in the way. But I think we have most of it done. Because we're getting close to our iron farm here. Whee! Okay. And then I'm almost done with all the digging. And then I think that's going to be it for me on stream today. So that I can rest before stream tomorrow. I'm excited for tomorrow. I think it's going to be really fun. I think in a way it's also going to be like a little bit of a row before coffee stream. Because we're starting at 10. I actually have to go to the supermarket tomorrow morning to go buy myself a Red Bull. Okay, I think we cleared it out. Yeah, that's a lot more dirt and grass than I have stone right now. We're also gonna have to figure out how we transition from like the town square into this area up here. If I'm gonna stonify all of that as well, or if I'm gonna use that like a more natural pathing. See, this is why I have bulk storage for certain things. because this is now just completely full. The dirt used to be completely full as well before our big terraforming project, so I guess we do use a lot of things. But this is nice. We got quite some things done today. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy with the progress. Thank you, Yasmaniac. Thank you. I'm really happy with the storage room. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And I think I'm happy with this dock area as well. I feel like if we get the town square done and we have like a little bit of market stalls, we have our fountain and just some decoration, I think that's really going to bring everything together, because right now it still looks like a random collection of builds. But yeah, this is the storage room. This is bulk storage. And then upstairs, we have our map. I love that I made the map before I did this whole big project. This is our map of June 2026. And then this is the rest of the storage room. Little crafting area in the middle. We have a cat tree with Toot and Soos. We have our bows that we use to fight the Ender Dragon, which both of them are almost dead because I used them so much to fight shulkers. Yeah. We actually have way more space back here, by the way. I mean, technically the maps aren't locked, Thomas. I think I should lock them. I haven't done that. But they only update when you update them, right? Because they haven't updated. How do you lock a map? Also, we've been building here for quite a while. Let's go. We're getting good amounts of sugarcane, which is really nice. Put it in a cartographer table with a glass pane. But wait, when you say that I shouldn't put them in my hotbar, does that mean that I have to do like this and then grab them? So that they don't end up in a hotbar slot, but they end up here, and then I put them in a table with glass? So maybe we can do that tomorrow. I would do that, yes, because if you accidentally hold it, it updates. Ah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. We can do that tomorrow. Like in stream, we can start with that. When we switch to Minecraft, we can go to the cartographer table, and then I can update it. Also, or update it. No, not update it, actually. Put a glass pane on it. And then if I fuck it up, you guys get to see that live. You know what I'm going to do really quickly? As we're wrapping up stream, I am just going to grab some rockets because I am running out. And then I am going to fly to my mob farm. And then while we raid out, I am going to go and like AFK there for a little bit. Just while we're going away, I'll just mute the game. Because that way I can actually restore my shovel. Do you like my mob farm? My pretty box? Hold on. Gorgeous. Stunning. It just never appeared on my account. Wait, really, Rose? That sucks. That should not happen. Especially if you actually got the code. Okay. I'll just AFK here at my mob farm while I find someone to raid. And then I can restore my shovel after I'm done with raiding out. Let's see who all is live. I'm actually gonna check my list. Ooh, we actually have some really good options. How would you guys feel about going to someone? We actually haven't raided them in quite a while. They're currently playing on Girly Pop SMP because the new season of Girly Pop started. And they are doing some base building and early game stuff. So I feel like that kind of matches with what we were doing, right? We were doing some base building, relatively early game, still working on our starter base. Obviously, this is maybe a little bit more starter base, but it seems like they have the Farmer's Delight mod or something, so they're cooking. How long have you been playing on that world? So I think we're in game on day like 500. Wait, I can check it. Hold on, I still have my game open. I don't have to guess this. We are on day 545 in game. And then I think playtime wise, I just got a new computer, but on my old PC, I think it was 150 hours, and I started it in that particular PC. Here it's been 3 hours, just literally today. I think my other PC maybe at that point was like 160. So let's put it at 165 hours total. I believe I started my world in August or September last year. So we've been playing for quite a while. It's been a hot minute. So that's why I'm saying like starter base, because I'm technically still working on my starter island. Like that's the place I settled, and I've just been working on stuff over there. But it's not really starter base anymore, as in we have a bunch of things like a mob farm, which I built quite early, iron farm. We have quite some automated farms. I want to get a golden carrot farm going at one point. We did go to the end and fight the ender dragon. I got shulkers and elytra. Like there's at this point, I don't think we're necessarily starter anymore. But also, I haven't finished my starter area and started doing like big build projects or anything. So to me, it still feels like starter, even though at this point we're getting close to a year, I think. But I also sometimes play off stream. Mostly when I have to do more grindy bits, I sometimes play off stream a little bit. Anyways, I think we're gonna go to Soph. Because like I said, Soph's playing on Girly Pop, and I think this is gonna be a really fun place to go to. So yeah, if you guys want to come along, feel free to do so. If you guys are hanging out here and you are not in our Discord server, that's where we hang out with the community outside of stream hours. We do have a community server, a Minecraft server as well, that you are free to join. All the information for that is also in the Discord. It's also where you can find my schedule in time zone friendly ways, and all the important things for tomorrow's celebration stream will be in there as well. I'll make sure to do a ping for everyone with all the important information. We'll make sure that on stream everything will be available as well. So yeah, if you want to come hang out tomorrow for the big 5-0 celebration, well, not 5-0, it's not 50. The big 5-year celebration. Feel free to come hang out. I would love to have you. We're going to do lots of fun things. So yeah, you won't want to miss this. If you want to check out any of my other socials, I would say mostly my Instagram is where I'm active. You can also check out my YouTube, where I do have some more Minecraft content, or you can check out any of my VODs. Very, very soon, I don't know an exact time frame to that, but the structure of my YouTube and my VODs channel is going to change just a little bit. So either way, I think if you want to check those out, it would be nice, because then you don't miss the changes. And yeah, I think with that, you have, you've got all the things that you need. You see modern playstyle consider getting an elytra, and then the game starts for them. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I've tried to really postpone getting an elytra for quite a long time. Also, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Kind of for that exact reason, because it's like I want to also experience like the part where you explore and you do so much manually and you have to like travel, and it's like an effort to do things and to get blocks. I didn't even go to the end for the elytra mostly. I did get one, but I mostly went to the end because I wanted shulker boxes to move vast amounts of stuff. So yeah, I feel like I do get the convenience of an elytra, but yeah, I try to not, you know, lean on it too much. But yeah, feel free to come along on this raid. If you do come along on this raid, we actually have some raid messages that you can copy pasta. We have ones with emotes if you're subbed to the channel, and then we have ones with regular emojis that are just posted in chat. There we go. Feel free to use either one that you can use. We have actually 2 different ones with emotes if you're subbed to the channel. So yeah, feel free to come along. I'm gonna set up that raid once we're on the end screen. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I had a great time today on stream. This was such a vibey stream. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.